Lying on a job resume or bluffing your way to a job that you have absolutely no idea how to handle isn't the most uncommon thing in the world. My favorite example of this is George Lazenby, who played James Bond for a single movie. He made up his entire resume, lied about all of it in order to land the role, and played it one time and quit. Dude had no acting experience at all and must have forged the best summer reading report of a resume ever. So he got to be James Bond on Her Majesty's Secret Service, and I love the poster here. Far up, far out, far more. James Bond 007 is back. More like fucking Lames Bond. Jesus Christ, that hasn't aged well. That goes to show you how much we've evolved. That is not the best tagline now, but I do appreciate it. Point is, forging a resume, making shit up in order to get a job, that's not unheard of. And today I was thinking back to some classic controversies and examples of this happening, and I remembered like 4 or 5 years ago, there was a couple cases where people pretended to be sign language interpreters and landed roles in major productions such as news broadcasts or events and concerts, and eventually people that actually understood sign language called them out because they were signing complete nonsense. It wasn't even close. It was blatantly way off. They were up there just doing the fucking scat man with their hands, not making any sense. They were up there like popping and locking, doing like TikTok dances basically, and calling it sign language.
Happened again. Another sign language interpreter accused of signing total gibberish. This time it was at the police news conference announcing an arrest in the Tampa serial killings.
We will be charging 4 counts of first-degree murder.
I don't know American Sign Language, but I do know she got one of those right. 4. I understood that one. A pretty high-profile case here, a serial killer, and I bet all the viewers that are hard of hearing must have been beyond confused as to the report that was being delivered from this lady.
Standing off to the side, apparently translating every word, this woman.
We received over 5,000 tips in this case.
But it turns out, much of what she was signing was nonsense. She waved her arms around like she was singing Jingle Bells.
I've got to admire the fake it till you make it attitude here, but unfortunately the only thing to make was a fool of herself. I decided to look at comments, which is usually very ill-advised. When you go into the YouTube comments, you're going into the swamp. But I really was curious if she was signing any real words at all, because even to my stupid, smooth little reptile brain, some of those did look like actual sign language, movements. And it turns out she was using some words correctly, such as kill and murder and arrested. However, most of it was gibberish. Most of it was just actual mumbled nonsense. So when she was doing all that stuff with her, fingers, none of that was real. I could have been up there doing, the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1 salute, and I would have been making more sense than she was. It's also wild to think that anyone hard of hearing that would have been watching this broadcast might have been concerned for her health, because the way she's signing would have been like having a stroke. A ton of gibberish with a few words that get mumbled out would have been like going to an auction during a bidding war, where the auctioneer is just going fucking hog wild, like, yeah, do I hear 5 do I hear 5 I'm going on, do I hear 5 over there, 5.
Says one outraged sign language expert. The woman, identified as Derlin Roberts, has a string of arrests for fraud. So how did she come to be translating at last week's high-profile police news conference?
I just didn't ask enough questions.
I love this section where he just kind of pops in like, yep, it was me. I'm the fucking idiot. I did it. Like, he's just very upfront and honest, like a parent that caught their kid stealing a cookie from the cookie jar and just folding, like, no, it was me. I did it. It's my fault. I'm the dummy. Point and laugh at me, shoot your spitballs at me. I know. It was me. Also, at a certain point, I just have to admire this lady's grind. She was born for one purpose. Trolling. Like, her whole life has been nothing but fraud, and she still continues to go down that path. And she wasn't even getting paid for this, by the way. She did this just for the love of lying. So she had no experience signing, she also had a history of fraud, and still landed the biggest sign language interpretation position of that year. This serial killer broadcast was a huge one. I remember this vividly. So, hats off to her that she's still able to keep performing at a high level of fraud.
Tampa Police Public Information Officer Steve Hegarty told me the woman simply showed up out of the blue and offered her services.
My immediate reaction was, I didn't call for a sign language interpreter, but that's great that we have one here. I let her in.
Did this woman appear to know what she was doing?
To the untrained eye, and that would include mine, I didn't see any problem.
There's almost an art form for something being so stupid that it's smart. A plan like this, which at its core is just complete dog shit dummy, that it crosses over that event horizon into being genius. This is something where no one's gonna really question you, so she shows up like an angel. Hey, I'll be a sign language interpreter here, just so that way if anyone's hard of hearing and watching this, they can get the information. Like, oh, that's so nice of you to offer your services. Can you prove that you can do it? And then, if you don't know American Sign Language, you're not going to be able to pick up on, like, all kinds of moves with your hands and shit not meaning anything. So she could have easily faked her way into it, and she did flawlessly. Like the guy said, to the untrained eye, he had no red flags being tripped off, and they're not going to really background check someone that's offering their service for free, because what would be the incentive? Like, why would they be lying about it?
This latest embarrassment comes 3 months after it was revealed that the sign language interpreter at a Hurricane Irma news conference, also in Florida, made no sense.
The time to act is now.
Haggerty is summing up the latest goof.
We won't be using that woman again.
Cops say this was not a crime, but it was an ethical violation.
So we're going to get to that other sign language blunder in just a moment, because it also happened in Florida, and I also remember that one as well, because I'm from Florida. Now, as he mentioned, it's not a crime to be faking a sign language position, I guess, since she wasn't charging for her service. She didn't defraud them or anything. She just lied to them and pretended she knew what she was doing. They got pranked, basically. I bet she was giggling the entire way home that she actually pulled this off. She must have like a Facebook group that they do these high-profile pranks in or something. Like, I don't know why she would do this other than just having fun with it, which is still such a wild activity, like a wild hobby, to just pretend to be a sign language interpreter.
The time to act is now.
It was an urgent Hurricane Irma evacuation order, but look at the sign language interpreter on the right. He's actually signing total gibberish. What's he really communicating to deaf citizens caught up in the hurricane crisis? Words like pizza, monsters, and the sentence, help you at that time to use bear hug.
This situation actually has a lot more nuance compared to the last one. In the last one, it's like that Shaq meme, I'm unfamiliar with your game. I don't know why that lady pretends to be a sign language interpreter, especially when she's not getting paid for it. She does it just to make the whole broadcast silly and goofy. A mere mortal can't possibly understand her deep, complex motivations for why she fakes being a sign language interpreter. But in this case, the guy did not want to do this. He was forced to. And he actually does have a sympathetic background and actually does have experience with sign language, but told them he wasn't comfortable doing this and didn't think he was cut out for it. So they mention here that he was signing real words like pizza and monsters, both of which could be applicable to a hurricane. A hurricane comes around, you're probably gonna have pizza places being hit. Pizza's not safe. It's not like a fucking safe spot or anything. You might even have pizza flying around the hurricane that could be used as a projectile weapon. So maybe he had a whole spiel he was going to go into about pizza. Monsters. A hurricane is absolutely nature's monster. It's been called that since the beginning of time. And then about the bear hug. You know, better hug your loved ones because you might fucking lose them in the hurricane. There's plenty of ways of spinning that where it makes sense. But point is, he was using real words and actually stringing together sentences. They just didn't fully make sense at all.
Deaf actress Marlee Matlin posted, "This is outrageous."
Please heed our warnings.
The interpreter's name is Marshall Green. Officials in Manatee County asked Green to step in because no one else was available. His mom, brother Morgan, who is hearing impaired, and Morgan's fiancée Chauncey are coming to his defense today.
This is where the plot starts to thicken. You can see where the narrative is about to get real convoluted and confusing here. So, they called upon him, like Batman with the signal in the sky, in order to be the sign language interpreter for the evacuation orders for Irma. That's a very serious thing. The evacuation for Irma was a huge deal. I got evacuated during Hurricane Irma. Now, luckily, I didn't see his broadcast, and I don't understand sign language, because if I did, I may have ended up just getting a pizza and writing it out, which may have fucking killed me. Who knows? But point is, they chose Marshall, saying they had nobody else to go to, so it was their last-ditch Hail Mary, desperate attempt to get some kind of sign language interpreter up there for the broadcast to relay the information to the hearing-impaired community. I don't know how they chose him. Someone must have just been like, hey, I saw Marshall do the fucking Vulcan salute at the office one time. Good enough, bring him in. Surely he knows sign language.
He, told them he didn't think that he was able to do it, and they didn't felt like that they needed him to. So he said yes. The vocabulary for an evacuation is very different than everyday language.
I'm just asking, as someone hearing impaired, what your reaction is to this criticism. Chaucer signed my question to Morgan.
He only did what he was told to do, so please leave our family alone.
In this case, I really just don't blame Marshall for this situation at all. This is not his fault. He gave them warning that he probably couldn't do this and he didn't feel comfortable trying. His brother is hearing impaired, so he does know sign language, and his brother and family also confirm he does know sign language. But the vocabulary and the speed of the evacuation orders are very different than what he's used to, which is why he said he didn't feel comfortable trying it, but he still did the best that he could when they asked him to. So I do really feel bad for him and the family here, because this is really not his fault. He didn't want to be there. He didn't lie to get there, and he didn't try to, fuck the whole thing up. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about these because they popped into my head this afternoon, because I remembered there was so much sign language controversy for a year, where even outside of these two cases, a couple other sign language interpreters were revealed as complete frauds, and they were ones that actually traveled with bands and rappers where they'd sign the songs, and it turns out they weren't even signing anything close to the songs. So the whole thing was just a wild little trend almost, and just want to talk about it. That's about it. So yeah. Pandemics are a real bummer. There's nothing good that comes from a pandemic. It's all bad stuff from top to bottom. But we'd be lying to ourselves if we didn't acknowledge that Zoom might be one of the best things to ever happen to court. I have a guilty pleasure of tuning into disastrous Zoom court hearings, and they happen all the time. Every single day there's a new atrocious Zoom court moment. And yesterday we were blessed with an absolute banger, a scrumptious little masterpiece. A gentleman was scheduled to appear in court over Zoom about a suspended driver's license. And he does his due diligence as any good citizen would. He joins the Zoom meeting. However, he joined while driving with a suspended license, which the whole hearing was about, leaving the entire court stunned. Absolutely, it was as if for a moment every member of that courthouse stared into the eyes of a basilisk and was turned to stone, just instantly petrified in sheer bewilderment that he had called in while driving in a case about a suspended license that he has, driving without a valid license. And what's even more interesting is this isn't the only time it's happened. This one just happened to be the newest and more entertaining one that I've seen. I was wondering why so many people all of a sudden just asked me about the guy with a suspended license joining a Zoom call while driving. Apparently this just happened again. I remember something like this happened years ago. This must be kind of common.
Or calls case, People versus Corey Harris.
On behalf of Pittsfield Township.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Tate for Mr. Harris, who should be present in Zoom.
Mr. Harris, are you driving?
Actually, I'm pulling into my doctor's office, actually. So just give me 1 second. I'm parking right now.
It's an auto-driving vehicle, Your Honor. I'm here babysitting it.
You stationary?
I'm pulling in right now at this second. Yes, I am.
All right.
Brother, we can still see the environment. You were parked for a second there, and he's still almost parked, almost parked, as he's trying to think of reasons for how he's gonna get out of this. Almost parked, almost there. His membership spark.
I'm pulling in right now at this second. Yes, I am.
All right. What are we doing?
Your Honor, we are respectfully requesting an adjournment in this matter, up possibly 2 to 4 weeks if the court would allow.
Oh my god, that was the most aggressive frown I've ever seen. He is mean mugging so hard. Cedric Simpson is fucking... He's got like a cartoonish frown. That's like an emoji frown. Thanks, Resub Queen.
Okay. So maybe I don't understand something. This is a driving while license suspended?
That is correct, Your Honor.
And he was just driving. And
Your Honor, we don't have... Allegedly driving. We don't have all of the evidence. We can only see from his chest up. Anything... This could be green screen. It could be deepfaked.
And he didn't have a license.
That is with the charges, Your Honor, yes.
No, I'm looking at his record. He doesn't have a license. He's suspended and he's just driving.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Well, he's listening. Say it to him. He raised his hand. Can you ask him a question, Your Honor? Is this real? Is this fucking real? Wait, Tampa Bay. That's my neck of the woods. Hey, hold on, I gotta learn a little bit more about this. Perhaps he's been framed. Everyone here is stun-locked. It's just complete fucking silence that has fallen on the courtroom. This guy's doing his best to keep it together. Her as well.
Hello?
Hey. How's it going, Corey?
1 minute, Mr. Harris.
What do you mean 1 minute? Let him defend himself. There's a lot of slander being thrown around in there.
I don't even know why he would do that. So, defendant's bond is revoked in this matter. Defendant is to turn himself into the Washington County Jail by 6 p.m. today.
Can you get his side of the story, please, Your Honor?
Result in a bench warrant with no bond. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Harris, I'll be giving you a call.
Okay.
Court calls the case, People versus Maya Isom.
I feel like we may have brushed over this case a little too quickly, Your Honor.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate for Ms. Isom.
There was more to this story. It was like a transformer, more than meets the eye. Time to drive back home. Yeah, true. So what was the verdict? We don't know yet. It's still in deliberation. Your Honor, he's not driving. The car is just rolling in neutral with him in it. He's been kidnapped, which is why he was so silent. He was speaking in code. Clearly, he was just trying to prove that his license should be reinstated. Honestly, he could have made that point. Like, as you can see, Your Honor, I'm doing just fine here. I would appreciate if you'd reinstate my license now. Do you remember the court Zoom call when someone joined in with a cat filter? There's been a lot of... I am super happy that so many of these court things have gone to Zoom because it always ends up just going online. And some of them are just amazing. Like the guy that joined, I think it was I don't remember what it was, like what he was joining for. But it was something that he needed to appear in court for, so he did it over Zoom. And he joined with the name Buttfucker9000. And the judge was like, "What is your name, sir? That is not your name." And he's like, "Oh, God, I don't know how that got there. Yeah, I'm not. Oh, God."
Then we'll bring this fool in.
Oh, Buttfucker3000, sorry. 9000 was like mini versions in the future.
Good morning, sir. What's your name?
Me?
Yeah, you. Yes.
Nathaniel Saxon, sir.
Your name's not Buttfucker3000, you yo-ho. Logging into my court with that as your screen name.
Why
We'll
would
discuss that in a little bit.
Big miscalculation from Jason
What kind of
Statham.
idiot logs into court like that?
100% that guy was just logging into the Zoom thing and thought he just needed like a temporary name. Because there are some things where you just type in like a name and it never shows up. It just uses your real name or whatever. It's just like, alright, whatever, Buttfucker3000. And it just runs with it. It's so good. Also, Joseph, please change the angle. When I first watched this video, I thought for sure he had his cock out. I was like really thinking I was looking at this man stroking his meat. That is a terrible angle, Joseph. Get control of your court, Jeffrey. He probably had that name before joining. Oh, that's true. Doesn't Zoom log your names? Yeah, maybe he did have that name with like his friends or something. That's a good point. I forgot about that. Look at the one for the cat filter. Alright, we'll do the cat filter next.
Ponton, I believe you have a filter turned on in the video settings. You might want to take a look.
Can you hear me, Judge?
I can hear you. I think it's a filter.
It is, and I don't know how to remove it. I've got my assistant here. She's trying to, but...
Why? It's fine. This is helping your case.
I'm prepared to go forward with it. I'm here live. I'm not a cat.
Thank you for clarifying.
I can see that.
Jeffrey Toobin getting caught jerking off. Yeah, I made a whole video on that one. That one was great. Lubin the Toobin. Lost his whole job over that, too. And then they had him... That one's so good. Because they brought Jeffrey Toobin back on down the line. They're like, so what did you get fired for? And he's like, well, you know what I got fired for. I was masturbating in a Zoom meeting. I thought I was alone. They had him like recount it as if it was a war story and apologize live on air. That one was great. 30-year age gap, but our love life is hot.
Going to be 55 in February.
54 years young, baby. What's up, Vince?
I just turned 24 in September.
That's how old I am. You want to date me, Vince?
It's off because I'm kind of a Disney aficionado.
So we're entering Fantasyland. It's our last.
Yeah, you know, nothing weird about that. Just 54-year-old non-married man, no kids, going to Disney for fun. It looks like I'm looking at the middle school gym teacher making out with a student. Like, I feel like I'm just looking at something frowned upon.
His mom.
Love you, Wes.
I still remember the Prohibition. She doesn't even know what that is. I still use AOL. She uses anything else.
We had unprotected sex for about 2 years, and then
Vince!
I was pregnant. So,
my
it was more of a
man.
miracle thing.
Yeah, really getting in there, Vince. Let her feel all the dust.
I kind of feel like
Vince has a single shirt. It's a Chicago Bears shirt.
I actually feel
he's never been seen in anything else. They say when he conceived his child, he was also wearing a Chicago Bears shirt.
I have gone through, not like you're their father, or not like you're their parent.
Mhm.
You have to be on the same level.
I typically worry about that as well, making sure women don't feel like I'm their father.
Hi.
Just stating things, am I right, Vince?
The age gap.
Fuck yeah, I share my husband with my boyfriend. That's some 2019 guy shit right there.
So when you have sex as a group, I mean, is that something you enjoy?
Yeah.
Nope, wow, they're like clones. Wait, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Is that Nicolas Cage in a disguise? And is this Nicolas Cage playing Nicolas Cage in another disguise? Hold on.
And
Place your bets, chat. Which one of these two is her husband and which one's the boyfriend? Which one looks like the bigger cuck? I'm saying this is the husband. Because this guy's got long hair, which means he's a bad boy, so this is definitely the boyfriend. He's the master cuck.
this is Ken, my husband.
Bang!
Daniel, my boyfriend.
Boom! Yeah, baby, it's that goatee. That'll get you every time, Ken. Every time.
Vanessa and I have been married.
It's like a Boy Scout badge for cuckolds. Ken can't satisfy you like,
him.
Thunderbeard can.
I was in that relationship.
Out to leave, we were saying goodbye, and I kissed him. I was having very conflicted feelings about it, but I
Yeah,
wanted
cheating.
to do it again. So we had a real conversation about it. Is this something that we want to do? Is this something we want to
It wasn't even
explore?
Ken's idea.
And so we invited
She just
him
cheated
over.
on him, and he's like,
talked
"Fuck."
a couple times, and
Nothing
we
left
all
to do
had
now.
sex,
It's
and
not like
we
I can
just
get another girl.
Kind of went from.
So, Ken, are you done fucking my wife? Can I have a turn?
What happened to your ex-wife? She Dead died. now. No, no.
I love you. Same time. Her and I were together for a
That's a
long
pretty
time.
cool. I'm not gonna lie. That's some pretty bro-y shit right there. Never mind.
More
This is
people
fine by me.
involved that need to know the
That's
information.
not, that wasn't even a bad
It's
joke.
very
That's pretty
obvious
good.
That my ex.
Oh well, Danny's gonna live with us.
Oh,
now.
nice Ocarina of
You know,
Time
and they're
belt,
like,
Ken.
okay.
That's some real 2019 gamer
The
shit.
girls were playing with one of their friends.
Going to do a show this afternoon.
Tumblr on Ice.
Is she your soulmate?
No, of course a fedora. It wouldn't be, or is that a derby
Someone
hat?
who's
What's the
been there
difference?
and will always be there.
Is Ken your soulmate as well?
I don't know. I don't know. That's a good one.
Hey, I'm just
He's
fucking his
definitely
wife. I don't
somebody that
know.
I'm
I don't like the
connected with
guy, but
strongly.
I like his wife.
But I don't know about soulmate.
Can you be jealous if you're in a polyamorous relationship?
Absolutely, 4,000,000%
Yeah.
yes.
I think the worst thing that you can do is
Then why do
pretend
this?
that you're not jealous when you are and just completely ignore the
Oh,
feelings.
as if she's jealous. She gets both of these Redditors. What does she have to be jealous about?
I'm wondering where we are too.
I'd honestly be shocked if they weren't dressing up for a Renaissance fair, to be frank. Like, this is just like the perfect Renaissance fair family.
I'm a grown man performing.
Oh,
in
it's not even a
backyard
Renaissance
in a
fair.
skirt. I will earn your pity, okay?
Oh my god, it's a
It's not
traveling
something
magic
to just,
show.
like,
For
try
for
fun
kids'
because
birthdays.
It's people and it's
and
human
Ken.
beings and their
And sometimes you're being the jerk.
Yeah.
Daniel.
I know. Sometimes you are being the jerk, Kenneth.
Oh man, I just want my wife back. God
Listen,
damn it,
sometimes you're
Daniel.
both wrong. That's.
There's got to be something else going on. You
This
love
guy's
somebody,
blowing
you
Vince
love
out of the
him.
water with the age gap love. Boy over here at 69. Nice.
Like we were everywhere.
This 69-year-old man's like, some fresh blood. I'm gonna go try my dance moves. The Cabbage
I was
Patch.
surprised.
Hit her with the old Prohibition
I
shuffle.
don't have a problem with it.
Win her over.
I do.
Best thing?
For me, it's the sex.
Maybe. Why do they always say that?
Crazy.
Every single age gap relationship is like, I love sex with this 90-year-old man.
Before dinner, after dinner.
And then I have to change his colonostomy bag after we're finished. I love it.
On the balcony. Wherever.
There was a time Dan forgot his catheter. Man, that sex was wild.
Manitoba, Quebec. That's the big one.
You see that one? We didn't even discover that when I was a kid.
Newfoundland, Labrador. I mean,
No.
it's just a number.
I thought you were 50 when I met you.
I thought you were 6,000 years old when I met you.
Anyway, so.
I was fucking relieved to hear you're only
I feel like I have a
69.
man. I feel like I have a.
It says it seems really. Watch this.
I see why she fell for him now. This man plays with cobras.
Looked like magic, didn't it?
Oh, your granddaughter's so beautiful, blah, 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 and we just look like... Your face just turned bright red.
I know.
More coffee?
What a great story to say right in front of her parents who are younger than her husband. The history and downfall of McDonald Land and the Disney's McDonald's Happy Meal.
It's a story that spans over 50 years and goes in quite a few unexpected directions. So sit back, relax, and let's take a deep dive into one of fast food's most
alien
iconic
attack.
and absolutely bonkers advertising campaigns.
Why is... What the fuck is this? Damn, Ronald looks so sad. Holy shit. It's like he's listening to Marilyn Manson for the first time. He's going through a phase or something. Christ. Someone help my boy out. We live in a fucking restaurant. Shit.
Beyond operational changes was rebranding the face of McDonald's with a new official mascot
Yeah, he looks
fittingly
cool.
named Speedy.
Yeah,
But what
Speedy
made the
looks
McDonald's
great.
franchise really take off was a milkshake mixer salesman by the name of Ray Kroc. So he made a deal with the McDonald's brothers to begin franchising the fast food restaurant all over the country.
Well, I said, why don't you get somebody to do it? They said, well, we don't know anybody who want to do it.
This sounds like a
Well, how
guy
about
who
me?
made milkshakes for McDonald's.
You want to buy
So I
it?
said, what are you doing with the milkshakes? I said, I'll come in there and fucking make the milkshakes for you.
So for our story, you just need to know that in 1961, Ray Kroc officially bought them out and began focusing on expanding the fast food franchise exponentially. But first was to establish a new mascot
Get
that was a
fucked.
bit more enticing than a winking hand. Enter Bozo the Clown, who was first introduced on television in 1949, and by the 1960s had become the world's most famous clown. And
Yes,
a household name.
what a wonderful
Numerous
character.
actors played the charming clown during the height of his
Yes,
popularity.
of course.
The height
Can
of
you
his
fucking
popularity.
believe that there was a time in our evolutionary history where people actually enjoyed these things? Like, it's crazy to look back on it. Like, I often think, like, you know, people from back in the day weren't so different from us now. They just didn't have, like, the same luxuries and, like, knowledge. But no, people back then were fucking weird. Like, look at this shit.
I'm Ronald McDonald. Give me a McDonald's shake.
In
Pretty cool
1963,
costume.
the restaurant's new mascot, Ronald McDonald, made it and boost their influence on children even further.
Did anyone ever like Ronald McDonald though? I mean, even I remember as a kid we all fucking hated him.
The pitter-patter
And I mean, the only one that was kind of cool was the Hamburglar, just because his name is cool.
Is music to our ears.
McDonald's when suddenly
Oh god, not the burger alarm!
cried Tim.
Holy fuck!
One adventure had Ronald and his friend Tim encounter the Hamburglar,
Oh!
who was trying to steal all those delicious McDonald's hamburgers.
I don't remember him looking
so
like
with the help
that.
of a giant milkshake machine aboard a
Christ.
train, Ronald decides to
Goblin.
whip up an irresistible
Scooting
McDonald's
out.
chocolate shake. He demands for them to hand over all those tasty Filet-O-Fish sandwiches.
Or what? Does he have a
Ronald
weapon?
instead puts a hole
He
in
just
his
pulls
ship,
out a fucking
causing
9 or
Captain
something?
Cook
Like,
to
what is
sink
he gonna
down
do
into
to
the
you?
waters of Filet-O-Fish Lake.
Don't give
The
him your
two friends are
Filet-O-Fishes.
then allowed to enjoy all those tasty Filet-O-Fish sandwiches. There were also concepts for a couple McDonald Land high chairs that were never produced. And thank God, because these would have been absolutely traumatizing to children.
This is a real design they thought would be good? This is like some shit out of a Lovecraft game, like The Shore. It's like an SCP. You sit in this chair and then all of a sudden you can smell the future or something. Ronald McDonald peers into your soul, bestows upon you a curse. All you can taste is salty Filet-O-Fish. Man, it's fucking crazy that these things were like actually considered at some point. That's wild, man. But Burger King had the Xbox 360 games like Sneak King, so they win.
Of course it's me. And all of your other friends, too. Come on in and look around.
Don't do it, it's a fucking trap.
Mayor McCheese and Officer Big
Holy
Mac,
shit.
There were all kinds of ways to have fun.
Don't
in the
accept a
McDonald Land
hamburger from a
playground.
stranger.
There was the previously successful ad campaign, kids didn't really want to eat at McDonald's anymore. The
Yeah, 'cause it's
culprit?
not cool.
Star Wars.
Oh!
Kind of.
What?
Burger Chef introduces Star Wars fun meals for your kids. A hamburger
Star Wars
french
just
fry
made
and
them lose their
Coca-Cola.
appetite?
Imagine.
As the 1980s, which were used to advertise, as the name implies, the Happy Meal. The same year saw the arrival Birdie the Early Bird, who, as you can probably guess, advertised the new McDonald's Early Bird breakfast menu. But while the Happy Meal gave
Those
McDonald's
hash
a
browns
new
were
purpose,
banging.
It was also
Birdie the
undergoing
Erdy
major
Wordy
alterations.
or whatever
You
the
see,
fuck her
around the
name
same
was,
time,
she
the
was onto something.
ramifications of the McDonald's
Those hash
cross-lawsuit
browns were
began
nutty.
seriously. There was also the matter of 1985 retired one of the most iconic characters of McDonald's, Mayor McCheese.
No, God,
But hey,
why?
At least we got the addition of the
They killed
adorable,
Mayor
but also
McCheese!
kind of terrifying McNugget
A
buddies.
public flogging to send him out.
Its competitors, they also decided to get into the movie title.
Was that-
business. Their first
That
integration
looks like
was
Ludwig.
definitely an odd one, with Star Trek.
Who the fuck was that in Star Wars? It looks like they just put Ludwig on a glass. Maybe it was just a quality, but I thought for sure it was a Ludwig Easter egg.
There's more than one way up, from expensive commercials, contests, and elaborate games. However, while the film
Did
was
that say
generally
$40
well-received,
million?
it wasn't an elaborate game.
Holy shit! Who became an overnight super millionaire from McDonald's? Man just bit into a Filet-O-Fish and found a $40 million check? Like, Jesus Christ. A total of, oh, so it's not one winner gets it all. It's just like they spent $40 million on the game. Okay.
Was also a major
Okay,
flop.
much
It was
better.
a huge financial loss for
I
the
didn't get that
company.
impression.
So McDonald's, as an attempt to get back in their
Government is now looking into that chicken head found in a McDonald's meal. Investigators with the Department of Agriculture are looking into the discovery as well.
That is nasty.
That was pretty gross.
I don't think it's that bad.
This sunk the entire
downfall
relationship
due to an
between
increase
Disney and
in public
McDonald's.
awareness of the nutrition, or lack thereof, in fast food offerings, especially when it came to McDonald's.
McTrouble
All of a
in
sudden, the
Fat
characters in
Land?
McDonald Land, including Ronald, were seen came to McDonald's.
What? Holy shit. What an aggressive article.
Come on.
Hello.
Okay, yeah, see you later. Be back by 10. Okay.
Thanks for inviting me in. Here I come.
He made all of my...
There's a nip slip in this, watch out. Are you fucking serious? I can't even just watch Architectural Digest with a rich, unrelatable person flexing on me? Without fear of toss? Is there really a nip slip in here? That's what I said. Every rich person has a small dog that they carry around. It's just mandatory. Yeah, what's a timestamp so I can avoid it? It doesn't happen. Okay.
This
What
is my
the
vagina
fuck?
tunnel. Shall I go through? I'm gonna go through.
A vagina tunnel.
And then you're inside.
It's like something I would
You wanna
have.
come in, Alfie? Come on, baby. I come in here to think, I come in here to create, I feel inspired in the vagina tunnel. So I'm gonna show you where this lovely...
Her house? is like my closet. This house is wacky. That's just a giant, like, titty monster statue.
Again. As well, we also have these lovely bouquet vagina flowers. It's vagina appreciation.
Why is everything vaginal based?
Every room has a different theme.
Is she sponsored by Adam and Eve too?
This is definitely like a Mad Hatter's tea party, but there's like jungle theme. There's
she would lose her fucking mind in my closet.
There's like an old English
I'm telling you right now, if
style,
she went in there, she would lose her fucking mind.
And plants galore. Everything again, like I said, was very dark.
Do a
So
collab?
most of it was black
Yeah, I have
and
so many
hard to see
vaginas
any
and
birds,
dildos
so
and
we
fleshlights.
kind of paint it all white. So as we keep going through here, this
I mean,
bathtub is
she's
definitely-
even welcome to have one if she'd like.
You see this little
A Moby
walkway.
Huge could really
It's
bring a
quite
room
scary
together.
probably for- This one would kind of match.
She strikes me as someone that just got so much money and had no idea what the fuck to spend it on.
Favorite change a little bit when they're feeling a certain way that everyone needs to come up.
I have a small version of those. Are they still on my desk? No, I might have put them in the closet. She has like the double XL, triple turbos. Mine are still like the medium trainers. I don't know where I put them. It has to be in the closet. I used to have them by my desk.
Funny. I did not know this, but I feel like if you can, everyone needs to have a ball pit in a near vicinity.
I have a ball pit. She literally took my house and my goofy rooms I set up and put more money into it. This is dog shit. What? I made a ball pit for my dogs. I swear to God, if this is for her dogs, I'm gonna be tight.
Some sort of childlike innocence or joy.
Oh,
or
she
just
uses
the
it herself.
Need
Okay.
for fun. They're really great for stress. You can't cry.
I used to
with
surf
it.
mine.
I tried. Are you kidding me? There's a shoe in here? That's not cute.
Probably a dead body or something. The ball pit, it hides things very well.
I'm a big movie
Such as
freak.
dog shit.
This is an old classic.
This is cool. This is like the coolest house we've seen. It just has all kinds of goofy
This is
shit.
my band room.
I love
This is where I
this.
like to play music, instruments. I play the drums and the piano and
She's the
guitar,
female
so
version of you. I don't know about
move
that.
around and play with. Get out of here!
She has inspired me to put more vagina and cock flavored things around my own abode. I need to free them from the confines of the closet and sprinkle them throughout the house. That was actually inspirational. I mentioned this a couple weeks ago, but I've recently been on this quest to discover the worst dance moves the human body is capable of producing, and I've been doing a combination of researching already established horrible maneuvers and also cooking up my own. Now, the reason I look up some moves is to draw inspiration from them, so things like the classic Mickey Mouse Clubhouse hot dog type dance, things like that. But those aren't really the moves that I'm proud of. The moves that I find great joy in are the moves that I myself create. I want to find the ultimate move that is so bad it's like the brown note, where you hear it and you shit. My move is you'd see it and you'd puke. It needs to be something that's so incomprehensibly fucking atrocious that it's like an SCP, where a single glance at me busting out this technique is enough to induce illness. So I've been making great strides in this department, at least I like to feel as though I have. I'll take you in the workshop real quick to show you a prototype that I've been crafting. So it's a combination move. So it starts with something I call the Babadook, and then it transitions into that move Taylor Swift does in the Delicate music video. So you get a wide stance hitting with this. You can even start to gallop with it if you want. And I think that one goes kind of hard. I've only used that once in public. I thought it was pretty solid, but the point of this video isn't just to showcase some bad moves I've been working on. It's to already admit defeat, because I think JoJo Siwa has created the worst possible moves so far, and I'm gonna have to work extremely hard to somehow beat what she came up with. So I'm actually pretty upset, unironically pretty upset, that JoJo Siwa's Karma's a Bitch move, or whatever, is so bad. I was talking about it and kind of ranting on stream, so I'll just play the clip so you can see the dance. JoJo Siwa is a bad girl now. That's a really weird way of saying that, but yeah, JoJo Siwa was rebranded into, like, edgy, and you just reminded me. I saw a clip of her that someone made, which is a montage of her signature dance move for Karma's a Bitch, and it made me so jealous that I didn't think of this dance move first. It is one of the most revolting dance moves I've ever seen. I need to show you guys this. As you all know, I've been on a quest to find the ultimate worst dance moves the human body is capable of producing, but unfortunately, I think JoJo Siwa beat me. I don't know if I'll be able to make something as bad as this. And I'm actually pretty upset. Like, unironically, it makes me pretty upset, because I can't just take this from her. I don't want to get DMCA'd, so I can't turn on the music. But it, like, looks like an emote that you'd spam in RuneScape or something at, you know, fucking, like, Falador. It's so awful. And I didn't think of it. Hey man, she's a professional dancer. Well, I know, and that's how she was able to come up with this, no doubt. She took everything she learned about dancing and threw it out the window. Like, this is actual caveman glitching. Like, I've got some good ones, don't get me wrong, but I don't think any of my bad dance moves compete with this. Like, I used this at a club. Someone's probably calling the paramedics thinking I'm seizing. Please do the dance. I'm not gonna do the fucking dance. I didn't make it, so I'm not gonna do it. And she'd probably copyright strike me anyway. You must master this technique. No, it's not mine. Why would I do that? All of my bad dance moves are homebrews. Also, I'd probably fucking hurt myself on this, to be fair. Like, the way she throws her head like that, there's no way that's good for her neck. Bro thinks he created shuffling. That's not a bad dance move. Wait, what are you guys saying? Shuffling is a good dance move that I've been mastering. My bad dance move, like the where's my hug at? These, every time I do that, my knee pops. These are Charles White originals. When it comes to bad dance moves, I don't try and emulate. I innovate. So I'm not going to try and learn this. It's worthless. I think she just dances very aggressively. Well, yeah, she dances like she's fighting. I don't know. Like, I need to try and channel some energy like that and find something equally as bad, but I don't think I'll be able to. She's parrying. True. If you want an amazing dance, there's Elaine's dance from Seinfeld. What was Elaine's dance? I don't remember that one. No. This one's too self-aware bad. I need dance moves that are just shitty enough that it's convincing to people that think I'm trying to dance. This one's too clear. Like, the closest I get with bad dance moves to being, like, self-aware bad is I do this one sometimes at the club. Which is kind of like the old man boogie. So I'll do this one sometimes. But I wouldn't do something that obvious. Yeah, it's kind of like a pseudo jitterbug that I'll break out. The life alert shuffle. yeah, that's the one. You do the Club Penguin dance? If not, you should practice it and show us one day. I don't do the Club Penguin dance, but I do the Habbo Hotel sometimes. I don't really remember the Club Penguin one that well, but I like the Habbo Hotel one if the BPM's high enough at the club. I will say, when I do, like, actually dance, though, and, like, I'll bust out the shuffling sometime, there's one guy at one of the clubs I go to, and he's there pretty often, and I remember one time I was shuffling, and he's like, no, that's not how you do it. This is how you do it. And just went fucking ballistic. And I was really jealous because it was so hideous that I was blown away. And I really I wanted him to teach me. I just didn't have the balls. I was just like, hey, thanks for showing me, man. How old was he? He was like probably mid-40s, I think, ish. He's no spring chicken. No, I'm still trying to innovate on more dance moves. I still stay in the lab cooking. And this is, I mean, admittedly has inspired me more to find even more creative dance moves, so. It's kind of like, I just keep thinking of things to compare it to. It's kind of like in the old PlayStation 1 Final Fantasy games after you complete a battle and it starts playing the music and all the characters have their own, like, celebration, but the frame rate's super low and the polys are all fucked up so it looks really jittery. She really did hit gold with this fucking trash move. It's really upsetting. That's a really good idea, actually, Davey. One of the more dog shit ideas that we've had, well, Aaron had it, and I thought it was so good. Aaron pitched the idea like a year ago of us just going to a mall and doing a flash mob. Like, the cringiest shit ever back when flash mobs were popular, just doing it like 12 years too late. and just composed entirely of Aaron and I's bad dance moves. Because Aaron is also a connoisseur of bad moves. So he does some wacky gyrations. So he has this one, which he really likes. So his idea was go to the mall and just do the worst flash mob of all time. But no one else wants to do it. So like Matt, Danny, Chase, everyone else shits on it. But I think it's so good. Like, so good. But we can't just do it with me and Aaron. That'd be so much worse. Please remove this dance. You guys just don't understand what the body's capable of. That's just expert control. And you're just not ready for it. That's what dancing's all about. Negative Skivey. If you want to see a stupid dance, look up the Camp Rock dance. Camp Rock. I don't know, this one's too, like, robotic, I guess. This isn't one I can see myself doing. Yeah, I don't know about that one. I'd probably just go for, like, a ham boning approach over that. Ham boning's usually pretty good for revolting moves. Your knees would sound like bubble wrap doing that. What, the Camp Rock? Why would my knees sound like... What? Why would my knees sound bad doing this? It's like barely even using these. I can do that. That's what they're doing, right? Something like that? I don't know. No one does it like Steven Seagal. Steven Seagal is like the JoJo Siwa of action movies. The greatest bad dance I've ever seen was the Happiness audition dance. Okay, this is pretty good. Wait, this is pretty good. I might actually use this one. Okay, wait, this is too much for me now. Wait, it's too much. This isn't bad at all. It's like a full-blown exorcism. Wait a fucking minute, though. This is inspiring ideas.
And everywhere else in the house.
Yeah, I don't care about the president memorabilia, but I like that he made a full-scale Oval Office. That's what I want to see.
And he needed more floor space. But he didn't build an
I feel like I'm getting state secrets just getting a tour of his house right now.
Presidential showpiece,
holy shit.
A replica of the Oval Office. It took
that is so cool.
2.5 years to design,
so fucking goofy.
Months to have $250,000. Though it's only 80%
pretty cheap for an Oval Office.
It is now worth
to be fair, yeah. I was gonna say that's probably a good investment.
This is John F. Kennedy's limousine.
I would have made a modification though. Like I would have put like bulletproof glass around it just in case.
And has the family dress up too.
Oh, that's kind of fetishy. That's a little weird.
Like the Kennedys.
An amazing experience to drive.
Oh my god, he's got his own driver.
People turn their heads anywhere.
Who's cosplaying who shot the guy? Lee Harvey Oswald.
Avid collector is.
Who do you have dressed up?
In 9 rooms.
God, that's so cool. Ron should start streaming from the Oval Office.
And for this collector,
this dude could kill it on Twitch. Hey guys, it's me, President Ron. He should just upgrade to the real White House at this point. He already knows the layout better than probably half the employees. Even his name sounds like a president. President Ron Wade.
A lot of sentimental value here.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of patriotism in there.
Market price. When I heard from Ron,
a lot of freedom. He just walked into the freedom quarters.
Into his own personal Oval Office. Today, his entire
he couldn't give it away for free if he wanted to.
$240,000.
Bob owns over 240 Love dolls. Is he just starting his collection? That's not even impressive.
And
every day is 1950s to me.
And they don't care.
Hey,
what
that's like Review Bra on
people
YouTube.
Think I'm obsessed with this.
Yeah.
This is my crazy obsession.
Those two should date, Review Bra and this girl. That'd be the perfect match.
Oh, righto.
Hey, I'm working in the lab.
Bob Gibbons. And people buy love dolls for sex. But that's not the case with Bob.
Of course it's not. He buys them for their personality.
Anything much together before we had the dolls.
Why are you together then?
It changed a lot once we got the dolls. Thank you.
All right.
God, she sounds like salad fingers. This is creepy.
You're very naughty.
Ooh.
And for Bob and
yucky, Lizzie. Yuck.
Their doll collection requires lots of TLC.
Ah, yes. And wiener
it takes
from
about
Bob.
An hour to clean each doll, so as not to dry out the
silicone. Oh, my cum's a little crusty on her butt cheeks over here. Hold this for me, Lizzie. Thanks, babe.
Beauty is only skin deep. Although each
What are you
doll
doing in the
comes with its
kitchen?
own hair, eyes,
That's it, you've
and
lost
face.
eye, hair, and face
Bob
privileges.
just purchased many that Bob paid $11,000 for.
Oh!
She was a very expensive doll. She
Jesus,
weighs
Bob.
around about 100. I still got my teddy bear now. You know,
I
dolls
had
were
teddy
around
bears,
and
but I'm
different
not
dolls
collecting
had different
110-pound
expressions,
fuck
and,
dolls
you know, I like
for
that.
11K.
And, you know, I collected a few.
8 years and over 200 dolls.
God, this guy's gonna get
Bob
Me
is still
Too'd
on the
so
lookout
hard
for
as soon
new
as
and
dolls gain
slightly used
sentience.
dolls with fresh presents.
Is she a virgin? Has she ever been used for sex at all, or yeah, a couple of times. I see.
Ah, perfect. I'll
what
pay
sort of
more.
condition is the doll in? Fine, yeah.
If the doll was still
Don't clean
a
it.
virgin,
You keep that
could
coming
be
there.
worth nearly
Bob likes.
$6,500.
You're under arrest for impersonating an officer.
Can't do this here. Oh, yeah, okay. Cheers. Bye.
What if I let you fuck her? Then can I do it here?
Coming up, action.
Is she a virgin?
But buying these
You
items
wish.
secondhand and sight unseen
There ain't no
is
virgins
fraught
in the
with
love
many
doll
risks.
industry.
Oh my God.
Oh God, what happened? Is it not even a love
Bob
doll?
Gibbons and his wife Lizzie
It's an old
live in the
Egyptian
tiny
pharaoh's
village of Manly
sarcophagus they
in
shipped him?
Herefordshire, England.
The old bait
They
and
have
switch?
A collection of then wash her thoroughly
Oh.
from neck to toe.
Oh, that's weird. That whole scene was just
Submerged
weird.
in water can
I
rust
didn't
parts
like
of the
that.
doll's skeletal system.
That's like the shit that you would have
Bob
seen on the
prefers to
Ring
give them a
VHS
full-body
tape.
sponge bath.
Rub it into her tummy button.
Ooh.
And then, for
Ooh.
good measure,
Shall I rub
What a
some
weird
lotion
sentence.
on your skin?
Would you like to rub my tummy button, Bob?
No,
Or is it
smell
only
nice,
dolls?
that does.
more things to do.
God, what else
must
do they
find a space,
possibly do?
And then finally, to welcome her into the family,
Orgy.
name her.
Oh.
Really good, so you know I don't regret it. I never.
They put her in a
really,
coffin like
thought
Dracula.
really that we would probably have.
Anna Marie's not going to like that,
240
Bob.
levels. No.
It's beginning to feel a lot like Florida with the story we're about to talk about right now. A police officer in Maryland was cheating on his wife, and he was making out with his mistress in public, while on the job, while across the street from a playground that had children actively playing on it. And then after they were done exchanging saliva and smooching, they go into the back of the squad car together. And I'll be honest with you, sports fans, I don't think they were going back there for a game of chess or to exchange any kind of information, unless we're talking about genetic information. I'm pretty sure they were steaming ham back there, engaging in a little coitus. The whole situation is downright diabolical. Not only were they shamelessly making out in public for all to see while the officer was on the job, but then they go back into the squad car together to fuck, while they are parked across the street from a playground that has kids actively playing on it. It's so yucky. Now, I went over it on stream, so I'll play some of those clips, but there is actually a lot of developments from this story. So the officer has been suspended for this, and his wife actually posted on Facebook when she was made aware of this whole situation, and the woman that the officer was cheating on his wife with actually came forward and said, "I've done nothing wrong. I'm going to continue living my life doing what I'm doing. In my heart, in his heart, I know that I've done nothing." He knows, Paula being his wife, "I've done nothing wrong. God is my higher power." God has abandoned you after this act of sin. You broke 11 of the 10 commandments with this act alone. You got your donut glazed by a married man on the job, in public, in front of children. That is downright diabolical. And you have the gall to say that you did nothing wrong? Mind-blowing. Now, she did say more about this situation, which I'll get to in a moment, but I want to play you the footage first so you can be caught up to speed on the lore here on what unfolded. But, again, in a nutshell, basically, she got her spaghetti meatballed by a married officer on the job in the back of their squad car, in public, middle of the day, across from a playground that actively had children playing. It is gross.
See here from last night are being investigated. Appears to show the uniformed officer
paid vacation. Yeah.
Get in the back seat, you can see here, of this cruiser. Now, a man taped it all with his phone at a neighborhood park right next to Oxon Hill High School.
What the fuck? Why there? He slabbed up outside of a high school to have sex with her in his car. What a weirdo. I still love that everything addresses X as formerly known as Twitter, or just straight up Twitter. Such a disastrous idea to try and change it to fucking X of all things. I was like, oh my god, there's kids around here at the time, and all the time, and he didn't care, and it was not dark. He doesn't respect the uniform, he doesn't respect the police car, I can't believe that. FOP89 has been made aware of the videos circulating on the internet. We have no information as to the investigation of the videos or the officer involved, as that's handled by the department's Internal Affairs Division. We ask that our officer be given the same consideration that any other person would ask for, and that you reserve judgment until all the facts are known and videos are put into context. He is on video making out, literally like sucking the lips off of her face, and then they go into the back seat of his police cruiser. What do you think happened back there? They didn't just go back there to keep smooching. What the fuck do you mean? In what context? What context? It's all just right there. He's just openly making out with her in public across the high school. Across from the high school. He was investigating her mouth. Yeah, I guess she had a bomb in her pussy. And his cock was the only thing that could defuse it. He actually ended up saving the whole school. It's like a speed situation, and you had to keep your thrusts above 4 pumps per second in order to keep the bomb from going off in her vagina. That's a crime, right? Like 100%? Having sex in broad daylight outside of a high school? Like, I guess you're in your car, but it's not like it's private. You're still in front of the high school in public having sex. Body cam footage? Oh wait, yeah. They need to release the body cam footage. Maybe that'll be all the context we need. Perhaps it was some kind of deep sting operation, and they go into the back seat in order to exchange information or something. I don't know. I really want to see the body cam footage now. We need the context. Can't find where to get Critical's comics at. Oh, badegg.co. First OnlyFans with police POV. That would be big. Well, since he got suspended, so maybe he will need to turn to OnlyFans now. Let me see what the rest of the report says.
Arlette, and this is not his first suspension. Now, the incident happened right here in this parking lot at South.
Not his first suspension. Is it for the same thing? How many times does he fuck women on the job in his patrol car outside of a school?
This viral video. A Prince George's County police officer appears to be kissing a woman. Then they both get into.
What do you mean appears to be? Hold on, let me get the unblurred version. What do you mean appears to be? It's not like they were just like pulling a quarter out from behind her ear or something. Like, that was the sloppiest makeout session ever. That's like 15 brewskis deep at a dive bar, and you're like blurred making out with someone and just slobbering all over them. Where's the non-blurred version? Because that leaves nothing to the imagination. He was conducting an oral swab. Yeah. You can even hear kids playing. God, that's fucking revolting. Now that you've seen the evidence here, which is pretty substantial evidence, let's go back into more of what she said. Luckily, she was kind enough to explain that this was not a one-night stand. She said, that's the main story, that this isn't a little thing. Of course, since he's a police officer, it looks bad. But I just want people to understand that this was not a one-night stand. I just love that that's her priority. Like, this is the number one thing she's addressing. Like, okay, listen, everyone. You know, stop all this hoopla. I'll set the record straight. This is not a one-night stand. We've actually been seeing each other for multiple years now behind his wife's back. You know, so get that straight. I'm tired of rumors circulating. The most important thing is to know that this is not a one-night stand. In fact, he cheats often with me. And I guess publicly, too. What's so exciting? He's a cop. I'm a civilian. We got caught. It sucks, but this will pass. She also has a kid of her own, and she just doesn't seem to care about this at all. She's reacting to this the same way I react to finding out I'm out of ketchup. Just like a, geez, darn, oh well. Like, I would have expected something a little more here. Also, this isn't the first time the officer was suspended. In 2016, he was indicted for child abuse after he allegedly spanked a girlfriend's 3-year-old son so much that the boy lost consciousness. But then it was later ruled that the allegations were unfounded. But the mistress here said that the incidents in this current scandal don't get in the way of her feelings for the officer. Now, you know, I don't think you needed any more evidence that this might not be a good guy. But I think this is an important little tidbit of lore to have around this officer. But yeah, I just found this to be a pretty wacky story here that I wanted to talk about a little bit. That's it. So yeah. When you think of dangerous items at airports, you undoubtedly go to the obvious answers of, you know, a gun, a bomb, a sledgehammer, these biceps. But what if I told you one of the deadliest weapons that you could ever smuggle into an airport, at least in New Zealand's eyes, is an apple? Matt sent me this video 2 days ago, and I'd actually heard about this a long time ago on stream, that New Zealand's airport security is extremely strict when it comes to fruits, specifically.
Right in it. So you can either pay now. I know it seems silly. The fine is 200 New Zealand dollars. Apples. Didn't see that coming.
If that sizzler doesn't get you hooked, I don't know what will. This is the start to every action movie ever. It always starts with an apple. And a $200 fine. Now, to convert that to freedom bucks, it's about 120 USD. That's an expensive apple. Like, and you don't even get to keep the apple. So the apple costs you 120 bucks and then it just vanishes. Airport security probably eats it. I don't know. They banish it to the shadow realm. I would be livid. Like, that is not a small fine at all. Red alert, we're entering DEF CON here. So this is the craziest fucking story I think I've ever heard at an airport, to be honest. Like, this is unreal. So, the flight that was coming in gave passengers some items that included an apple. This was provided by the airline, so passengers were none the wiser that this was illegal contraband. So a ton of passengers took the apple and took it. Like, you know, as a human being would. If you were offered, you know, free food, you take it. So a lot of passengers had an apple, and every single one of them is about to incur a $200 fine for it. They're all about to get slapped by the long dick of justice here at the New Zealand airport. Tony is running in with that big iron on his hip, and he's going to be slinging that meat here with this fine. Because they're all criminals, and they're all on the loose right now. There's a ton of fugitives they got to wrangle together here. A lot of apple smugglers. The only way they'd have the energy to accomplish that goal is by drinking enough goof juice. Available at gamersubs.gg/moist.
The tally keeps rising.
Dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard in this situation. It should be the airline's responsibility to know the laws of the country and not hand out apples that's going to get all of their passengers huge fines. I totally sympathize with all the passengers that are irate and crying about it, because it's just unfair. Honestly, and this is getting the tinfoil hat on in a big way, like I'm going deep into a conspiracy mode here, but it honestly sounds like some kind of nefarious scheme where the airline is obviously aware of it, and they know passengers probably aren't. So what they do is they give them apples knowing they're all going to get fined, and the airline maybe gets a kickback from the fines. I don't know. I'm like I said, I'm deep into the conspiracy on that, but it's just so unfathomable to me that they would be handing passengers items that are illegal and going to get them into trouble. Like, honestly, if the airlines were handing the passengers cocaine, I feel like less people would have been fined, because the passengers would be like, oh, free coke. Definitely can't have that through an airport, and then they try and hide it, and they wouldn't necessarily get caught if they do a good job of hiding it. Whereas here, the passengers would be none the wiser. They'd be like, oh, an apple. I'll just go ahead and put that in plain sight here, and then all of them get. Because it's not the apple's fault here. Don't go pointing the finger there. The apples aren't stupid. It's the fucking airline that is. Like, it should entirely be the airline's responsibility to cover these fines. It is entirely their fault. It's just this perfect storm of silliness here, with an airline giving away apples to a group of passengers that's going to an airport that doesn't allow apples. Which reminds me of that, like, lady doing a demonstration in class where she's like, no pomegranates, no pomegranates, or whatever. Like, that's this New Zealand airport here. This is no mercy. This is cutthroat. This could have easily been a warning. Like, hey, look, Apples, we don't like them here. That's an evil that we must purge. So throw your apples away here and you won't get a fine. I know it's not your fault. We understand the airline gave them to you. So please just toss your apples here at the gate and go about your business. Like, that would have been the right thing to do. That's how the airport should have handled it, as opposed to this fucking iron fist they dropped down like, hey, we know the airline gave you this without letting you know that you're not supposed to have it, so I hope you like jail, fucking criminal scum. Give us 200 clams right now for this. I can't believe you've done this. Spitting on you for that. Like, this was an easy moment for leniency. To just understand it's not the fucking passengers that have cooked up this evil plot of bringing apples into New Zealand. Love how he says didn't see that coming, with people being upset about being fined a huge amount of money. I just don't understand why they're so perturbed. It doesn't compute up here. Why would they be upset? It's their fault. They clearly brought an apple here that they didn't even ask to have in the first place. It's just so infuriating, punishing innocent people who just got served a free fruit and had no idea that they weren't allowed to take it like it was some kind of 100% right. Her anger is completely justified here. It makes no sense at all. What a fucking colossal fumble here from the airline. And I really don't get why the airport security is this vicious about it. Well, everyone knows once you bring an apple in, if you let them get away without, proper punishment, then, it starts with an apple, and the next thing you know, they're smuggling on white phosphorus bombs onto the plane, and we say, no sirree, we're shutting it down. We won't allow the domino effect. The apple's just the gateway drug. Into the choir, I believe the airline should 100% cover these fees and more, because not only are they being charged a lot of money in fines here, but it's also just a colossal fucking headache. Like, time wasted in the airport as well. This could have thrown people's entire schedules off, having to go to the side being treated like some kind of fucking terrorist for having an apple that the airline gave you. Like, the airline should absolutely be forking over a lot of cash here to cover this problem that they caused.
Stuff and that could affect our country.
Australia would have been burned to the ground, nothing but soil and ash if they allowed apples to go through from this flight, so actually saved the entire nation there, no doubt. I just really don't understand. It's not firm but fair. It's anything but fair, because it's not like everyone on that plane all of a sudden banded together to say, fuck Australia, we're bringing in these apples, come hell or high water. The airline provided them with it. This should be an extenuating circumstance where there's leniency. Again, it makes no sense because it is not firm but fair. The passengers didn't know. They didn't bring the fruit themselves. It was the airline that was at fault here. And the airline did not get punished, at least not from what I read. I couldn't find like a full-blown follow-up on exactly what happened here, just like bits and pieces. But the passengers were still punished. It's just so stupid. It's super, super dumb. But yeah, I had to talk about this because when Matt sent it to me, I was pretty surprised at how silly it was. That's about it. So yeah. Last night I went over a story on stream that I've been thinking about ever since. It's actually a pretty genius plan that unfortunately didn't pan out. A man in Colorado was pulled over on suspected intoxicated driving, and in order to escape the DUI, he hatched a pretty big brain scheme. He switched places with his dog, who was in the passenger seat. So he put his dog in the driver's seat and he scurried over to the passenger seat and tried to pretend that the dog was the one driving, not him. And I thought to myself, that could work. If only he was better at, like, creative writing in high school or something. Like, if he was able to pass the charisma check here, he might have been able to squeak this one out, Officer pulls up to the window and then maybe the guy makes a scene. He's like, oh, thank heavens, officer. You're an angel sent from above. This dog's granny shifting, not double clutching like he should. Lucky you didn't blow the welds off the intake. I'm glad you came over when you did, officer. Help me. I've been kidnapped by the corgi. Please put an end to his reign of terror. Lock him away and get me out of here. There's just a line where a plan becomes so stupid that it's actually brilliant. And that's what I think is on full display with this case. The only problem is they haven't released the footage from the situation. The guy apparently even took off on foot when all else failed. So I would have really liked to have seen this whole thing play out. Would have been a beautiful Looney Tunes moment, but they haven't released the video yet. So right now all we have is the story, which I'll show you the stream clips going over it. But I just really appreciate some creative plans like this. I have no respect for drunk drivers at all, so I hope this guy gets locked up and punished accordingly. But god damn it, I gotta be honest, I admire his dedication to a wacky idea. You know, by the Colorado man who swapped seats with his dog when he got pulled over for the DUI. I meant to look that up. It was in Colorado? Let's see. Did it work? Keep in mind, they called Isaac Newton crazy when he pitched gravity, so let's not be too quick to judge. Colorado driver tried to avoid DUI by switching seats with dog. Speeding driver who was pulled over in Colorado tried to switch seats with his dog in the passenger seat to evade arrest. Like, that's just a big brain scheme. Man was initially stopped for speeding at 52 miles per hour in a 30 mile per hour zone. He was intoxicated. The driver attempted to switch places with his dog as the SPD officer approached and watched the entire process. Is there body cam footage? I'd love to see it. Was it a smooth process? Did he almost get away with it except for these meddling kids? The man also claimed he was not driving in the vehicle and attempted to run away from police when he was asked about his alcohol consumption. He did not make it far. Police said the man, who's not been named, was arrested within 20 yards of the car and charged with driving under the influence, resisting arrest, and speeding. Well, what about the dog? Was the dog not slapped in handcuffs? He could have been the puppet master the whole time. Oh, here we go. As for his dogs, whom police did not name either, the animal was given to the driver's acquaintance to take care of while his owner serves his time in jail. The dog does not face any charges and was let go with a warning. They didn't even bother investigating. Hey, I wouldn't be so quick to write this off as impossible. I've seen dogs driving cars. And with the way people drive in Florida, I wouldn't be surprised if there were more dogs behind the wheel of vehicles than we give credit for. Yeah, like, just take a peek at this. It happens. They're learning. They're evolving. God, that's so cute. Holy shit. I really wish there was footage of this. I would love to see how this played out. Because an officer saw everything, which means his body cam must have picked it up, but that footage hasn't seen the light of day yet. Maybe the dog's lawyers are trying to suppress it. Get the fuck out of my face. Florida man arrested for throwing lunch meat at a cop. Okay.
Yes, and it's not your fault. I was arrested about 8 months ago.
What an aggressive shirt. Just a cat that says die. Man was really on a Redbubble binge. That is an interesting fashion statement. I wonder what the rest of his wardrobe looks like.
About 8 months ago.
Okay, back up for me a little bit, please.
Okay. I was arrested 8 months ago, and I spent 18 months in prison, which was not fun. I'm so glad to be out. But anyways.
Was this the same? Like, you got arrested 8 months ago and then spent 18 months in jail? Did they lock you in the hyperbolic time chamber? What happened? What kind of fucking time dilation happened there? Man got arrested on the outskirts of a black hole? Interesting. This is already a fascinating plot.
I'm suing the Volusia County Sheriff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm suing. This is all with my lawyer. It's currently underway.
What's your question?
The lawyer's coming? Why?
If I sue the Port Orange Police Department and they give me $250,000,
that's a good payday.
Free, right?
I have no idea.
Okay, I'll have to talk to my accountant about that.
Okay. I'm here because
is she on her way?
An employee in the smoke shop right here behind me says that you've been coming in and out and bothering her and the customers.
No. When she set my stuff outside then.
What stuff?
I have $2,000 worth of merchandise that she's holding.
No,
what?
She said that she rung a bunch of stuff up for you and you never bought it. Okay.
Go ask her, you
Why?
mother.
Wait.
Okay. Come over here and I'll kick you further.
What the
Come on, mother.
Oh, Wow, I paused at a very deadly frame there. Luckily I stopped when I did, otherwise we wouldn't have even known he threw a kick, it was so fast. We just see its after image. How did that escalate so drastically? What happened? Good lord, though. Did he hit a whippet and I wasn't looking? Yeah, he's definitely on some shit. I have $2,000 worth of merchandise, go ask her. Okay. You motherfucker! Put him up! It's time we get pugilistic.
Okay. You think I can't do it? I know. Don't want to do black this. Black belt in karate. Okay. A black belt in judo.
You understand your trespass?
Okay, you don't want to mess with this guy.
I'll take your gun and walkie-talkie.
Okay.
And I'll drive off in your patrol car.
Why would you do
You
that?
understand your trespass from the store, correct?
Yes, I understand you, mother.
Okay.
Now get that out of my face.
I'm 12 feet away from you, not in your face at all.
No, the deli meat!
Okay.
He's sniping him with the cold cuts. Oh, Jesus Christ. You went too far when you brought out the hickory smoked turkey. He's also a black belt in handcuff escape magic. And arrest the sandwich as well.
Well, this is another suit. I'm suing you for $1 million.
Well, okay. He might have a case on his hands here. I don't think the lunch meat hit him. He dodged it. Man, I don't know what possesses a man to waste deli meat like that, but god damn it. Fallen soldier. This guy's team of lawyers is going to have a field day with this officer. True, one of them's on the way here, apparently. He's clearly a junkie. Well, I mean, we don't have a whole lot to go on, but he's definitely on something here for this video. No shot. I don't think he's sober. I mean, he does have a little quirk to him. He's got that pep in his step. He immediately was ready to throw down. Good luck sleeping tonight with this villain I'm about to put on your radar. You will be trying to snooze with one eye open and one eye on your phone, looking for any Ring doorbell alerts. Because there's a menace on the loose, there's a maniac afoot, and SpongeBob isn't here to catch him yet. We're talking about the Porch Pooper. An elusive, nefarious scoundrel that's leaving undesired presence on the front door of one man in particular at the moment. But this could be just the beginning of a crime spree.
You've probably heard of porch pirates, but what about porch poopers? Don't know any other way to say it.
I can think of like 100 other ways to say it. Why didn't you just ask me? But I will say, Porch Pooper I think is very solid. That's a great alliteration that just flows off the tongue. But I've got some cool names for this cryptid, feel free to use them. The Patio Shadio, Spready Fazbear, Poop Shitman. I'm partial to Poop Shitman myself. It sounds like the name of a Kojima character, like Die Hard Man.
Right now, LMPD is looking for a man who has been using the bathroom on Louisville homeowner's porch all week long. Ward Jollish tracked down the homeowner and spoke with him about being targeted by a porch pooper.
That's the last kind of person you want to be targeted by. That's like being hunted down by Jason Bourne right there. A porch pooper has set his sights on this one homeowner in particular for no reason that they can figure out yet. It seems like random act of shit.
Listen, a warning. While we won't show you everything, okay? We won't show you everything. Some may be grossed out by this video.
When I first watched this, I actually thought this was about to be some kind of like sly plug for their Patreon or something, or like exclusive membership content on their YouTube channel. Look, we're not going to show you everything here, but sub to the Patreon or join on YouTube and you get the full ass blasto experience here, poop and all. More butt cheek and more feces than you can handle. Enjoy to your heart's content. But it's just her letting viewers know, like, hey, there's a dude fucking squatty pottying on this guy's front door, and even though we censored it, it's still kind of yucky.
It all started with this. Sunday night, a young man in a red shirt walks up to one Louisville home well after midnight and begins peering inside. The homeowners have no clue. After a few seconds, the man runs away in his socks and disappears into the night. But the next night, he returns and leaves a horrific surprise.
There's a lot to unpack here. If you ask me, it doesn't seem like he's in his right mind. He's got to be under the influence of something, it looks like. Because he's approaching the door and he starts doing this with his hands like he's fucking putting binoculars on to see inside of it, about to use x-ray vision or something. I know it's an effective strategy when you actually get to the door so you can see in a little bit better and focus, but he was doing it like from way too far away for that to be useful at all. And of course you have to be off your goddamn gourd to take a shit on a stranger's doorstep. But what's even weirder about this is that it was a premeditated shitting. It wasn't like some kind of impulse thing where he just had the bubble guts and just couldn't hold it in anymore, the dam broke. He went to the house one night, cased the joint basically, scoping out the scenery, making sure it's like the optimal place to take a shit. Came back the following night after cooking it up, like charging his alt for 24 hours, and then released the payload. Like, he just took the dump the following night. So this was something that he had planned out from the sound of it. And looking at the footage, he was wearing the same outfit. At least if this footage is the proper timeline, where he went to the house first just looking at everything, and then came back the next night taking the shit, he's wearing the exact same clothes, so he didn't even like bathe or change in that time.
Tuesday morning I went out to my front porch and noticed this, what I thought was a cat poop.
The homeowner, who wishes to remain anonymous but who we'll refer to as Jim, then checked his doorbell camera and realized it was no cat at all.
And it turned out to be a person. And not only did he defecate, but he also urinated on our welcome mat.
This seems personal, but the homeowner Jim has no idea who this guy is or why he would do this in the first place. And to make matters even worse, I'm pretty sure I have that exact same pair of pants that the porch pooper is wearing. So I may have been burgled by this gentleman. Maybe he broke into my house in the middle of the night, stole my pants, and left a fucking surprise somewhere that I haven't found yet. And now he's wearing my pants while shitting around the town.
What's even more disturbing is that the man returned a third time the very next night. Jim got an alert on his phone and tried to confront him, but the man was already gone.
You have no idea who this guy is or why he's doing this?
I have no idea. We're good neighbors. We, keep to ourselves. We behave ourselves. And
he was visited 3 times, like the ghost of Christmas past, present, and future. But the only gift he was given was the gift of a fucking colon cleansing on his front porch. And in all 3 instances captured on the doorbell camera, he's wearing the same clothes. This guy didn't bathe or change over the course of 3 different public shitting incidents. His hygiene stinks. This guy fucking super sucks. I imagine him going around town, he has like this cartoonish stink cloud that follows him around. He is probably unbearable to be near. Holy shit.
Jim has now filed 3 police reports for each night his home has been targeted, but so far, no arrest. Just a big mess he's now forced to clean up.
I'm relieved that he's not violent or he's not trying to force entry. He's just doing his deed, but it's very disconcerting and disturbing.
In Louisville, Ward Jollis, Wave News.
Now, I did wonder if the news broadcast had just repeated footage here when they did the side-by-side, because it looks so similar. He goes to pretty much the exact same spot, like down to the millimeter, and he spends about the exact same amount of time shitting, which I find to just be highly unlikely, unless this guy is some kind of anus specialist, the butt whisperer, and he's trained his ass to be extremely strict with how long shitting takes. Then it just seems weird that it's pretty much the exact same across all 3 instances. But it is very possible, because when to debunk myself, when he stands up in some of the shitting there, he reacts differently. So like in one of them, he looks at the door, and the other one, he doesn't and just immediately looks to the left and goes away. So it probably is separate instances. I just still find it shocking how consistent he was with it. Same position, same location, same duration, and same clothing. It's like when he's not shitting on this guy's front porch, he just enters stasis and then comes back the next night in the exact same outfit and everything. It's just so peculiar. So yeah, hopefully they catch the porch pooper sooner rather than later. I'd hate to see more homes ruined by such foul fecal matter being spread haphazardly like this, and in locations where it shouldn't be. So yeah, hopefully Jim no longer has to deal with this porch pooper, and I just wanted to make you all aware of this so you can take precautions. If you hear a rumbling of a tummy in the middle of the night, sprint to your front door ASAP, because you might be able to catch the porch pooper. Yeah, so that's about it. See ya. Well, let's see the result. I'm unfamiliar with the lead singer of BTS, I only know their music. I don't jerk off to like statues of them like Helga from Hey Arnold.
I want to look like a lot happier.
Can I see what Jimin looks like so I can see how close he got to mimicking his look?
I just don't
Maybe he's his doppelganger now.
relate to this. You'll see I have the scars and it's still very sore.
What did he get? Nipple improvements to look like Jimin? Is Jimin known for his nice nipples? You gotta be a special kind of evil to like indulge in someone that wants to do this. Oh, what are they giving him? Horns? Making him look like Devil Jin out here from Tekken.
Yeah. Wow.
It looks the same, just swollen. Okay, so they didn't have the rights to show Jimin's face on this show is what I'm gathering since they blurred it, so I want to see what Jimin looks like. What? I'm guessing he's going maybe for this look? No. I mean, I don't have to look very hard to realize that this is not even close. You should get a refund. Like a blank slate. Have them set you up with like a new face. A canvas to try again.
To get to a point where you can't undo anything.
Look at him. He's looking like Pepe the Sad Frog right now. He's past that point where he can fix it. He's gone in too deep.
Thank you.
Just looks like Pepe going through an emo phase. You know, I will say, the hair seems on point.
Taking incisions here and kind of cutting the skin out and then moving it across just to make the eyes more of an almond shape. So I don't want to look like a normal...
This guy's gonna look like an actual racist caricature of a Korean pop star. Wow.
So, yeah.
Jesus Christ, man. Well, this was a year ago. I've got to see what he looks like now. Oh, here he is. That was cute. That was real quick. I bet he looks exactly the fucking same. Just maybe like a pointier jaw, like a crimson chin.
Wow, this is the place. This is where they did Gangnam Style.
Where they did Gangnam Style? Oh my god, I need to go lick that floor.
And hope to all of his favorite hangouts, favorite places.
I'm sure that's exactly what Jimin would want.
Oh my god, I love you.
To run into some fucking serial killer looking whack job.
I love you so much. Starting Hey BTS.
This is the kind of guy on Twitter that's replying to every major hashtag with a don't care, stan BTS, and then a music video fan cam.
I just kind of want to...
Jimin flavor. Do they have Jimin flavor?
What does that mean?
Coming as well, my Korean friend, so I will order for him.
What does Jimin flavor consist of? He peed into the ice cream machine, jerked off into it, and busted a load for a flavor? Twitter would go nuts for that flavor, to be fair.
Because every time I have surgery,
it looks like it hurts for them to smile. He can't smile.
After the procedure, just so people
and now that he's gonna get his fucking jaw shaved off, it's gonna be even worse. Oh, you wanna look like Jimin? That's the 5th surgery this week. We're getting better at it, but the first one looks straight out of a fucking horror movie. We'll do our best this time, though.
At the end of the day, cute K-pop nose and a very cute, smaller face. So that's kind of the surgeries I'm looking for.
This guy doesn't give a fuck. He's just here for your money, man. He's gonna do a little half-assed job and call it a day. I would.
Appreciation, not cultural appropriation.
Oh yes, K-pop knows, right? Yes. Watch him actually look exactly like Jimin.
Hi.
Watch him look absolutely gorgeous, but I'm expecting handsome Squidward.
It's me.
Let's see it. Come on, Ollie.
I didn't know it's you.
You didn't know it was me?
I'm in suspense. Come on.
I tell you guys, you might not take it well.
It looks exactly the same. What the fuck?
Oh my god.
I know. I know.
Every single one of their thought processes is act surprised. Make it sound like I'm surprised at how great he looks and how different. He just looks like a soccer mom. That looks like the same kind of woman that would walk into a GameStop and demand a better trade-in deal for her son.
Basically, I'll tell you what I got. So I got a rhinoplasty, which was...
Oh my lord.
And then I also got an alloplasty.
I got the Karen surgery. Very popular, they said.
Very... What?
If you didn't tell me which was the before and which was the after, I would have no idea.
You know, it makes me
almost like
You know what? Hats off to him. He had a dream, and man, did he fuck it up.
your life began.
It began.
K-pop literally ruined this man's life.
I've turned
All of
into
his
a butterfly.
finances went into this obsession. I hope one day Jimin does meet this guy. That way he knows the true magnitude of what he's done. You always get the most severe injuries when you least expect it. I was playing wiffle ball. I was in a wiffle ball tournament for school when I was a freshman in high school. And I was going to first base, just, you know, I'm a fucking 14-year-old kid just going to first base in a school wiffle ball tournament. And one of the kids' dads fucking squares up on first base, plants on it, and blasts me. Like you would have thought he was in the World Series stopping the last runner from the plate. He just fucking knocks me down as hard as he fucking could. And this is a big guy. This guy was like 260. And I broke my wrist on impact. I was so pissed. Like, Jesus Christ, man, it's wiffle ball. It's like that scene out of It's Always Sunny when they just beat up kids. Except this guy absolutely annihilated me. You must have disrespected his son. I don't know what I did, but man, did he defend first base with his life. No, I ran very, I had a good stride. I was fast. I was approaching first base and slowing down and bang. I get hit with a fucking cannon. Did he say sorry? I don't know. That I don't remember. All I remember is trying to pretend it didn't hurt. So I didn't cry or anything. I was like, it's not a big deal. I tried real hard. And I legitimately didn't cry. I held that shit in. I was like, it's definitely broken. And I'd really like to go to the hospital. It wasn't compound fractured, but you could still see one of the bones trying to get through the skin. And I was like, it's not, no, it really doesn't hurt. I just know this is going to be a problem if I don't get it taken care of. So let's do something about it. I don't remember what his dad said or anything. I like to imagine he apologized, but knowing the way he defended first base, he probably went over and spit on me and said, O'Doyle rules. He teabagged you? Yeah, he walked up and teabagged me, and he said, are you sorry? Do you regret running so ferociously? I don't recall running ferociously. I was just running like normal jogging speed. And then I ran into the brick wall. That man was not to be trifled with on that day. He stood strong. I did not pass. That's probably like the biggest injury I've taken. Like actual injury. You run like an old man? Bro, I used to be fast. I used to be fast as shit. When I was fat, I was so fast. The second I lost weight, I lost all coordination. I don't know what happened. Show pics. My parents have them. I'll ask for them at some point. I brought one or two up on stream. I know that at some point. Oh, actually, Caleb even... Hold on Caleb's Twitter, I think he posted a yearbook picture from when I was in middle school. Because my parents brought all that to the warehouse. Let me see. I can pull that up. This was 2008. This was not me at my heaviest, but here's 2008. Honestly, this yearbook quote goes so hard too, by the way. Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. Fucking patriotic. Jesus Christ. And then in 10 years, I was close. Graduating from USF, living in Tampa or LA, 6'1", a musician or sports player. Like, come on. I was a prophet. I was so close to 6'1". I still might get there too. We don't know. I'm still growing. The quote was just, they made you do a quote. I still remember why I chose this. They made you do a quote, so I just typed in famous quotes. That's all. I wasn't actually like a big JFK enthusiast so much so that I wanted to include his quotes in my yearbook or anything, or live my life by his mantra. It was just one of the first quotes that came up. Did you go to USF? No. I didn't go to USF. I do live in Tampa. I didn't get to be 6'1". I do music. So I was right on two of the things I saw myself doing in the future. And my family has always been supportive. Why did you see yourself living in LA? I thought I'd have to move there when I was a professional sports player. Because, I mean, that's where, like, all of, like, celebrities live. So, like, when sports players aren't, like, competing, they're, like, out in LA doing shit. So I was like, damn, I guess I'll have to move out there. I don't know why. What's really sad is I was in high school at this point. I had never actually practiced sports outside of just school-sanctioned events. I never even put in the time. And yet I really believed I would still have a chance. Didn't you play basketball? Yeah, not at a high level, though, man. I would legitimately only play basketball, and I played a little football as well, but I would only ever play it during, like, school hours, like, for our actual team practices. I never went home and practiced more. I never got, like, an outside... I mean, I did get an outside coach for, like, a semester when I started realizing I'm not good enough to make it in the NBA. Like, I started making that scramble to try and get, like, a scholarship offer to, like, a D2 or D3 school. And I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna need like, an extra coach for this. So I did at some point start to scramble for it, but I just never actually even put in the effort. Yet I still believed I'd make it. Orgasming is a lot like hentai. In fact, most experts agree you can't have one without the other. Now today we're going to learn how you can achieve a full-body orgasm through the simple act of hugging. The Tantra experts here are about to break it down for us, but please be careful with this newfound power you're about to have. You don't want to go in for like a Thanksgiving or a family occasion, give your grandma a hug, and all of a sudden she's having a fucking thunderous orgasm. You gotta be careful here. But please, turn your attention to the experts. Let's learn.
Hi, I'm Melanie.
And I'm Scotty-O.
With Ecstatic Hearts Tantra.
I love that name, Scotty-O. That's some jackass shit right there. Steve-O's cousin. It's like the name of someone from a mid-90s hip-hop group. You got, you know, Buzzsaw McZ and Scotty-O on the mic dropping some fat bars. But instead of rapping, this Scotty-O is an orgasm expert.
And we just want to share that there are many ways to orgasm. You don't actually have to be having sex. You can orgasm just from hugging.
The way she's constantly like moving her eyebrows and like doing weird facial expressions, it's like an NPC overacting in like a Bethesda game. It's alarming. She looks like fucking animatronic or something in this. Like I don't trust someone who's doing things like this to try and convince me that their healing crystal's going to increase my penis size and shit like that. That looks real to me, I'm convinced. Teach me how to do this. I want to be like fucking Kenshiro here, but with orgasms. I go up to a girl, give her a hug, and then I just say, you've already come. And then all of a sudden she just breaks into like a huge orgasm.
Everything can be a trigger for orgasm. The ears, the neck, the heart, the boobs, touching your body all over. Eating can be orgasm.
Scotty-O looks like he's about to break into an orgasm right now just hearing about these things. Looks like he's about to blow a load in his pants. Calm down there, Melanie. He can only handle so much. Scotty-O is making me feel like I've been orgasming wrong my whole life. I don't break out into like caveman growls like I'm doing death metal vocals. Like he's doing in here. So perhaps maybe my orgasms aren't as powerful as his hugging orgasms, but god damn it, did that sound fucking crazy. I also love the way they're like gyrating around like they're on a plane hitting turbulence or like both on a riding lawnmower. That did look like a pretty fucking wild orgasm, I'm not gonna lie.
And there, even within that, there's different levels of orgasms. So
like a wave.
Like the hug we just did was a very low-level orgasm. It's an orgasm, and it's still just about as good as most people's sex.
Well, I hope you've all learned a thing or two about this. You don't need to have sex to have an orgasm. When you really become one with the spiritual chakra of the world and sex itself, you too can achieve an orgasm through a simple high five. Bang, all of a sudden come in your pants. So please just take this lesson, use it wisely, and I can't wait to hear about how you've become the sex god like these two have achieved. See ya. Ever since I was a kid in history class, I always felt bad for people that were just born too early. Our ancient human ancestors, I look back at them and just think, damn, shit was cringe. Should've just waited to be born, idiots. They never got to experience the luxuries that we do. Anyone born before the 1900s must have been fucking miserable. You know, no electricity, no running water, dying of dysentery on the Oregon Trail, having to duel your neighbor in a sword fight because you suspected your wife may have given him an extra piece of bread or something behind your back. Like, shit sucked. And worst of all, never even got to play Minecraft. But in fact, even worse than that is those people aren't around today in order to hear what I'm about to tell you. I have a huge announcement. This is more exciting news than when they revealed that Stuart Little was getting a sequel. I finally have a full merch drop, and I'm sure you've seen at least some of it because I've been wearing this bad boy for a while now. It's become my favorite hat. So this is a piece of the new merch, and it's all found at moistglobal.com. I'll put a link in the description. I'm super proud of it. We worked really hard on it. This is the only clothing that's guaranteed to get you laid. In fact, I am so confident in that claim that if you wear these clothes and aren't having sex within 10 minutes, I will personally send you thoughts and prayers. I think it all looks amazing, but don't just take my word for it. Listen to what Charlie had to say.
Oh my god, Charlie. We actually did it. We won the award. I only wish Charlie number 3 could have been there. Where was he? I have no... Hey Charlie. Hey Charlie. Oh my god. You look hotter than if I kitty fucked Tatooine's 2 sons. What the fuck? Yeah, sorry. I was busy getting fitted for this new drip. I feel like I just got out of Belle Delphine's bathwater. I'm literally so warm, cozy, and wet. Watch your step on the way out. You might slip. It's gonna get you more wet than Kevin Costner during the filming of Waterworld when they actually went to the ocean to shoot it. Yeah, that movie's actually better than they give it credit for. Oh, that's for him. Can I have one? Yeah. I want one. This one's for you, Chip. Thanks, King. That means so much. Oh my god, it's fucking Jesus Christ! I know you don't usually wear religious icons, but yeah, pretty much this is like if Jesus Christ put out his own shirt. Oh my god. Oh my god, they come in different colors! Yeah, this one basically looks like if Jesus Christ was in a death metal band. Yeah. And every strand of hair was another letter for their crazy unlegible font. Yeah, this is literally gonna get you laid harder than Brendan Fraser at the end of Monkey Bone when his wife finally comes back to him. I'm gonna get more laid than this than fucking Snorlax. That guy's always laying down, I don't know. Literally on his back 24/7. Yeah. Dude, you're packing more ass than a fucking donkey trailer, man. Literally a little Alright, sorry Charlie. I'd love to come up with more analogies, but I actually have to go and record more Elden Ring videos. Are you doing the 50th one this week? 60th actually. 60th, okay. 60th. Hey, alright Charlie. Alright, see you Charlie. That's about it for today, so see ya. Great guy.
Another banger from Joel, Kevin, Spence. I swear to God, they've kissed each other more times than I've kissed my girlfriend. Their version of Charlie is like Johnny Appleseed, but if instead of giving out apples, he just gave out kisses. I love their interpretation of it though. I think it's fantastic, and maybe I should start kissing more often, to be honest. But anyway, let's talk about that beautiful moist collection you just saw. Like I said last time, the big thing for me is that it doesn't feel like just YouTuber shit where you have to be in on the joke or know the creator beforehand for anyone to like get it. I just want it to be something that would be comfortable and look nice. I always found it just kind of weird where if someone wears a shirt out in public that it's like some kind of inside joke or a secret code. Feels culty to me. Like, does the narwhal bacon at midnight? I get the reference, you know? So for me, I just wanted the shit to look nice, and even the goofier one, which is like a picture of my face, like an outline of my face, even that stands on its own 2 feet, where people will just think that you're a big Jesus fan and you'll get fist bumps from your local church choir or something. So I just wanted it to look nice, and I think we really did achieve that. And above all else, we were able to deliver it at a much more affordable price than normal YouTuber merch. Like I said last time, when it comes to YouTuber content creator merch in general, they have a massive markup. Their margins are outrageous. And it's not like I blame them for it or I'm mad at them for it. It's because fans are willing to pay that extra price to support their creator and rep their clothing. So I think that's great. But for me personally, I wanted it to be something that more people could afford. We did a lot of research on YouTuber merch prices, and the normal price for like a YouTuber t-shirt is like $30 on average. And then when it comes to something like hoodies and joggers, shit can go a little wacky. For hoodies, they can go all the way up to $100 sometimes, but the average is right around that $70 ballpark. Joggers, somewhere between $60 and $70. Not a whole ton of people do joggers, but I personally am a fan of them. So we wanted to make sure that we were able to deliver a high quality product much lower than that because YouTuber merch gets kind of a bad rep for being overpriced. And I don't really give a fuck about big margins or anything, so taking a hit on margins doesn't bother me at all. I'm just happy to be able to make some cool shit and share it with all of you, and hopefully you guys think that they look cool, and if it's something you want, hopefully it's not like a financial burden or anything like that. I wanted to make sure it was still very high quality because I didn't want it to be like cheaper, but also feel cheaper, like where you're wearing fucking sandpaper clothing and it just feels like broken glass on your skin. We were able to just keep them very high quality, but just lower price for the customer because we didn't care about margins as much. And it is pretty much all I wear. I'm sure by now you've noticed I only wear the moist white tees and the black tees, and off camera, because I wasn't trying to leak, I've been wearing the joggers as well, because I find them really comfortable and nice. Like, it feels like my waifu giving me a perpetual massage. Like, it feels really fucking nice to wear. So, hopefully you guys will like it. It's my first foray into actual fashion and, like, a style of clothing. So, again, really happy with how it turned out and hope you all enjoy. The link's in the description below. And, thanks again to Joel, Spencer, and Kev for putting on the Charlie cosplay and delivering a beautiful announcement video. That's about it. So, yeah. There was a new one, not My Strange Addiction, but something like that. Addicted to Reddit and Twitch chat moderation or something. What the fuck was it? Oh, my description of it was pretty accurate, I'd say. He still fits all the same categories: professional Reddit comment hoarder, Twitch chat moderator.
I always have my pacifier.
Wouldn't leave home without it.
Very young.
That's gotta be the most boring age to emulate. You can't play video games, you can't jerk off, because you have to be in the mindset of a baby. Look at how fun that toy is. How fun.
And even a playpen.
It's so boring. At least if you're gonna have a weird, crazy obsession, don't make it one so goddamn boring, where all you do is touch stuffed animal noses together for fun.
Is he of breastfeeding age?
Yeah, he looks like he's built for breastfeeding. Receiving, that is.
Adult size, of course.
As most cribs are. Mm-hmm.
Go up and down like a traditional crib.
Oh my god, he's got a huge diaper on. Oh, it's definitely a big diaper. That diaper is definitely filled. He shit his pants.
But when you're 5 feet 6 inches tall,
he's only 5'6". He's a manlet, and by that I mean the ideal male height, 5'6", baby. Representing us well, Stanley. My man.
Refreshing.
Yes, refreshing urine.
And that was where it started for me. I like to keep my diapers close to my crib so it's easy to change.
What a sad origin story.
Aren't exactly made for combining adult-sized diapers with a baby diaper to make it more absorbent.
They can go up to between 8
Jesus,
to 10 hours.
he's taking fat shits that need like quadruple diapers.
When it comes to the diapers.
Like bulletproof glass diapers to hold it all.
Moving around. I usually buy something babyish.
Where is his income coming from? Did I miss that? Is he making money like selling pictures of himself as a baby online or something? Like how is he making money?
Toy shopping.
He mines Bitcoin.
Hello.
You know, and I could see that. He looks like an early crypto adapter. Man, kids' toys suck. What the fuck? I don't know. Did I ever play with this kind of shit? Like, this is boring. There's no titties or rock and roll. What's the point?
Lifestyle. There's one thing you can't buy off the rack.
Love.
Baby clothes in adult sizes.
Right,
Okay,
that too.
So exactly what are you looking?
Ah,
Go ahead
looks
and take
good.
some notes, pen.
Spin around for me for the
and,
Vogue shoot.
See if
She put my name on it, the date I came, 66 inches. I met
What?
Mommy Pam, and it's just one of those times where it's like you meet somebody and you know it's just right.
What does that mean? Is that like one of his victims?
Was very, very to myself.
So he's 31 years
A
old.
couple times I had the flu real bad.
That was in
Since his first mommy's
2002.
departure in 2005.
Oh. But that's still, that timetable still doesn't make sense. Wait. So he met MILF pedophile mom Pam to take care of his adult baby lifestyle in 2002. But he's 31 years old in 2009? Or when was this filmed? I guess it could have been filmed earlier. But either way, he would have been like a literal tween at that time. That's like grooming a child. No wonder he became a baby fetishist.
I would feel if the sexual side was added to it, that it wouldn't be as genuine. It would really take away from
You don't say.
Not just find somebody, but find somebody that you get the emotion from, that's doing it because they have that love, they want that kind of environment.
I'm gonna spoil this for you, Stanley. No one's doing this because they want to feel like a mother to a 31-year-old man wearing 2 sets of adult diapers at all times because he pees so hard like a waterfall that it pierces the first one.
Hi, Stanley.
You're not gonna find a real love environment. You're gonna find paid actresses.
Yes.
Ooh. Ah, Avadne's got you now, Stanley. If she beats you in this race, you have to drop this fetish.
But Stanley
It's an intervention.
I want somebody that wants to do it because they have the love to give, and not because they have to be paid to do it.
You're not gonna find
Ready
that.
for a race?
You're not gonna find that. That's like a fucking Twitch streamer refusing to pay the artist, paying them in exposure dollars. You should do the art for me for the love of it. They're about to like summon Satan with this kind of shit for sure. Mother figure Harley Quinn is doing a great job keeping Stanley from pooping his diapers.
Be a flower for the
But I feel her luck may run out soon. He's got those eyes like he's about to shit. Breastfeed me first. Stanley want tit milk, please.
What if I read you a really fun story first?
Fuck the story, unless the story involves a milk shower.
I'd sound like being tucked into bed.
Maybe a little over-the-diaper hand job. So they never covered where his financial situation comes from. Because it seems like he's unemployed if he's able to spend 8 hours a day, morning to mid-afternoon, being full-blown baby cosplay and roleplay. How can he afford to live? Maybe he really does mine Bitcoin. I have no fucking idea. Wait, is that what this is about? Trying to date Prince Harry? Oh!
Each believing they
Royal
could be a
dicking.
real prince, an ordinary boy who looks a lot like Prince Harry. Fourth
Oh.
in line to the throne falls away.
I thought I was dating a royal family man. I'm dating a normal pussy. Fuck.
Know that you ripped out of my chest.
So Harry kills her. So you didn't like me when I was a prince. Would you like me if I was a serial killer? Basic bitches. As if you wouldn't be sucking dick behind the dumpster of a Popeyes to have a chance at dating a royal family member. Don't act better than us.
It's ever.
Oh, but that castle's fake.
Have come to England to meet a man.
Ooh, this is where Charles Manson used to live or something. That'll be the next big twist.
Poor.
If they ever try and reboot this show, they could do the same concept for Zayn Malik, and I can play the doppelganger. Because I look just like Zayn Malik. Like 1-to-1. If I only had a nickel for every time someone said, "Hey, Zayn Malik" to me in public, I'd be as rich as Zayn Malik. Delusional? Another naysayer.
Be Prince Harry. To transform this pauper into a prince,
We did nothing, because he looks just like him.
Security.
Sir, my name is Kingsley, and at your service.
You should really use the shit out of these amenities. Yes, Kingsley, I'd like you to jerk me off today. I'm Prince Harry, remember?
Of Wales.
If Matt is going to fool the 12 women,
Stupid
into
fucking
believing he's a
homework.
prince,
As if the girls are gonna ask you, like, biting questions on it. Just say, "Hey, I'm Prince Harry." No, I can't tell you that. It's a government secret.
15th of September.
Alfred, let the man go to the Batcave. I think conceptually this is super fucking cool. Though I'm sure the girls knew beforehand they'd have to.
pauper Matt into the world's most
And if they didn't know beforehand, they could tell just by looking at his nipples. Looks nothing like Prince Harry's nipples. That looks like a plebeian nipples, not even worth $1 million.
Your Highness.
Not becoming of a prince.
It can be disappointing when girls realize that I'm not Prince Harry and then they show no more interest.
Why would that be disappointing? That'd be the ultimate YouTube prank.
See if I can find someone
Or
I've
crime, I
never
guess, depending on how you play it.
otherwise put myself into.
He looks like a vanilla Ed Sheeran. Yeah, he looks like a pre-DLC Ed Sheeran, I'd say. Like no tattooed Ed Sheeran, yeah. And before the locksmith. That'd be fucking awesome. The locksmith just emerged from that little pond, like the swamp monster, to claim the soul of one of the girls. Hey, what the fuck? That's not Prince Harry! I saw that man washing cars outside of the 7-Eleven. Ladies, we're being scammed! As she's being, like, taken away on, like, a fucking straitjacket and stretcher.
Rather quite nervous.
Just be natural, Matt. Oh, you're sweating kinda hard right there, Matt.
Too far away to see.
Yeah, you should change.
They were in wonderment.
He's gonna piss his pants and prematurely ejaculate at the same time.
Oh my God!
We get to pick out one?
Tonight's like a big night.
Little do they know, all of that was found at,
Be a girl to go to the Crown Suite.
the fuck is the name of that reusable clothes shop that's like made out of plastic?
I don't know what any of those things
Joanne's
mean.
Kitchen? That's certainly not going to be the name of it. Hell's Kitchen. It's definitely not Hell's Kitchen. What the fuck is it called? Not Goodwill. It's, Plato's Closet. That's what it is. I remembered. Meanwhile, Prince Harry's preparation consists of crying on a bed to his butler.
Help me, yeah.
Oh, I can't see that on Twitch.
Kind of an anomaly.
No, stop! It's Twitch. I can't even think about ass. Stop. What's up, Rose?
Kind of a naughty one.
Oh, Rose! What are you... Preschool teacher? What are you teaching them? How to get boners or something? Stop, Rose. Jesus Christ. Amen. Hey, assassons. He's looking like Sly Cooper out here.
I'm hoping they find me.
I hope one of these girls has the Thievius raccoonus. It's not that big of a deal. What, you've never impersonated Prince Harry?
You know, go out and do it around the red carpet.
I hope they all fall in love with Kingsley instead. Kingsley just woos them all. They just start fucking butlers. Everyone but the fake Prince Harry.
Nice to meet you.
Oh my
god. Ooh, he's capitalizing.
Freaking out.
Per tradition, I also kissed the labia.
Student pursuing cell and molecular biology, and I have a 4.0
Ophthalmology. You forgot a big word you used earlier. Prince Harry can't even spell ophthalmology.
Hi.
Your mask is horrible, I'm sending you home.
I feel like I've seen enough pictures in my life of Harry, and I don't think it is him. I'd like it to be.
She was killed shortly after that interview for knowing the secret.
Make your way through.
Breathing dragons.
What if that guy just lit her on fire?
How are you?
I'm wonderful.
What did you say? You said you don't think that's Prince Harry? Nothing personal, just doing my job.
I just haven't had the best of luck with the guys I date from East Texas. The most romantic.
Well, what do you mean? Not everyone's Prince Harry. It's not like you're down on your luck for getting with just a good old boy who takes you to his steakhouse or something. It's fucked up. Yeah, I'm just unlucky. I haven't met a multi-billionaire yet. All the men I date are just normal people, just complaining about it. Fucking normies.
That is for me, mysterious man.
Thanks for the resub, Finesse.
Anything you like.
Wumbo penis, please, ladies.
Can be a proper
Legend of Zorro.
Talk to the sky, just don't pee my pants. I'll be fine.
Some people like pee-pee.
That could have gone extremely wrong.
It's built upon a lie. That's not Prince Harry. That's Prince Liar. And his dick is far smaller.
That's the other thing about American Girls volume. They probably heard you in the next town, but we're cool.
Well, that was unnecessary.
No, you've got a very good.
Yikes.
And American Girls.
Hey, can you just shut the fuck up?
Voices.
That 2B. She looks like 2B.
Yes,
That's
perfect.
look at that. Just like her. Bunch of fucking pantyhose over her face for a mask. Like she's one of the wet bandits.
Are you ready?
Oh.
Ooh. Was that me or you?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Prince doesn't shave the hair of his
Well, Leah fucked it.
Controlling her consumption of alcohol.
My
So?
family loves to drink. I love to
Yeah,
drink.
so
We
what?
enjoy it.
I probably
She wants to pound some Jaeger bombs in the butthole in the bathroom? Who cares? Don't judge her.
There are a lot of
Maggie,
girls
I'm on
who
your
are
team.
not princess material. Maggie drinks.
Yeah, plus
a
it's
lot,
free drinks. Are you
and
kidding me?
that's not royal. So what do you do?
This and that. We'll have to say that for.
Good answer. You know, a little human stuff here, a little human stuff there. What do you do?
It's hard to
Haha.
tell anything.
It's been a magical.
Where's Maggie, who was like vomiting?
Midnight.
Maggie was escorted to the hospital with alcohol poisoning.
Taking off our masks.
I haven't
is
seen her.
nerve-wracking.
Yourselves?
We'll be going by BAC. Whoever has the lowest BAC loses. This is intense. I'm getting semi-chubbed. For Harry. I can feel what he's feeling.
12 fantastic women does make me nervous, and I can really feel my heart beating.
That looked like the Vince McMahon gif where he like gets warmed up and then like falls out of his chair at an orgasm.
Sir.
Damn, he really likes that girl. I forgot what her name was.
I mean, they might look at me and think, oh, this
Just a
clearly isn't
collective
Prince
sigh
Harry.
of disappointment
I
from
look
all the
like
women.
him.
Fuck, that's not
Will
Harry.
that be enough?
Who's that? God, it's a normal, attractive person with not much money. Yeah, what's the point? Boo! Not Prince Harry. Boo! Fucking tomatoes are getting thrown at him.
It is him.
Sir, you need to come with me now.
We just got a bomb threat. We've got to go. Ladies, you stay out here just in case. We need decoys. Harry to the bunker. Maggie. She spent the whole night in the bathroom puking.
Megan.
Oh. Yeah, they're sending Leah home. He loved Rose. He damn near proposed on the spot. He's sending Leah home? Come on now.
Hopefully no one was looking too closely at our feet.
I love feet, Harry.
But then you were quite loud.
Wow.
He's sending her home because she's loud.
You were one of the first girls.
Fuck. That's intense.
I don't know if there was that.
To be fair, no one really likes that overly loud shit like it's a fucking pep rally in high school.
I understand completely.
And so I had to weigh
So I decided to try and organize a threesome with you and Rose.
to leave the estate.
Oh!
I'm really sorry. It's been lovely to get to know you.
But Maggie is literally in an alcohol-induced coma right now.
It's just gonna be a little less fancy than this.
Then what's the point? Dating normal dudes that aren't even royal? What? Okay, why waste your time? The fuck is the point? If you'll flip it over, there's a small condom on there. And I do mean small. This is cool. So he gets to just fuck girls during the competition too. And then at the end he tells them that, yeah, I'm not actually a prince, you just fucked a normal guy. That's intense. That's fucking intense.
Prince reaches a boiling.
Maggie's crying drunk. Damn, is Maggie ever sober? Holy shit.
Well, Matt convinced the...
I fucking love the show. We got a new Chains of Love. This is great. They better have more.
I really, really, really love a pie face. I really, really, really love a pie face, pie in the face.
Sounds like an R. Kelly Trapped in the Closet song. Looks like a nice pie though, Donald. Rate it out of 10 for me. He's filling his pants right now, no doubt. Describe it, Donald. Describe the euphoria. Like finding atheism on Reddit, right? How great is it? Oh, yeah. Now we're cooking. There it is. Donnie's really going in here. Well, hey, as advertised, that is lots of messy fun. I'll leave that a like. You've done great work again, Donald. Yep, it's just like the world's worst snowman. He pied himself again. Oh, Donald, you clumsy old slut. Another pie.
Pie face, pie in the face.
Is that just his catchphrase? It's maintaining good structural integrity there. It's maintaining its shape. Donald Boobar has done it again. Let's read a few comments. Is it hard to breathe? It's not hard to breathe even when my face is totally covered with a thick cream pie. I'll leave that comment a thumbs up.
Pie in the face.
It's like Sean Connery with a fetish.
The face. Pie in the face. I want a pie in the face.
What kind of is this like a cream pie or corn pie? Like it looks like fucking corn pops that he just throws in there haphazardly with whipped cream. What kind of fucking awful pie is this? It's disgusting. It's just like earwax and cum. It's like something out of Silent Hill.
In the face. I want a pie in the face.
2! He's gone insane! I'm leaving that a like. Goddamn, Donald is full of surprises. Let's read a few comments here about that double whammy. Throw up a set. Throw up a set.
Try me.
Get him with the old Bass Pro Shop 1-2.
Yes, why don't you suck on there till the back of your head caves in?
Whoa. Ain't no sucking and fucking going on here unless our sisters are present.
You didn't say a thing, did you?
Oh, no, see?
How tall is this guy they're talking to? Is this a child filming? He's got the camera at like penis level here. Ooh, it's like XX Tentacion. Moonlight. I don't remember the words. Moonlight. Moonlight. This is a good baba. I'm here to offer you one premium copy of R. Kelly's Trapped in the Closet album. Let's start the bidding at $10.
For a 75
You're selling.
investment.
It's like Blue Apron for
For
clothes.
7.5.
At that point, or do you already have stock sitting that you...
We have stock
No,
sitting.
we 3D
Wow, so you're
print
holding
it.
a lot of inventory. How much of inventory are you
It's
holding?
not the most comfortable clothes. I think it sucks. I quit. I'm out. I'm done with the show. But I am investing. Here's 50 grand.
New fashion business.
Erica, you realize I am Peter Jones, yes?
Starting from nothing.
Just checking.
There's a huge
I'm
amount
out.
of money that's...
Tell you what, Peter, you come in at 75
sadly,
grand.
Erica,
I'll give you
I'm out.
50% of the company, and we can sell weed on the side.
Erica.
It's worth $3 million today and $6 million in 2 years. I'm selling bathwater.
Into the tank is Peter with
From
a
a
fresh
nice
take
ass.
on reducing house
company, Swag Australia.
That's a bad name.
And I set out and I invented
The swag. The swag,
swag
eh?
is a
Good pitch. I'm out.
Peter. This for $40.
Whoa!
And it retails for $72.95.
I'm not paying $40 for a
selling
cloth
via
bag.
wholesale as well as direct
Especially when it's called the swag.
Tell us about you guys. Secure a distributor in the US.
Off limits.
Getting the brand
I'm
out
putting my
there
foot down.
on a bigger scale. Really,
You won't break into the
see this
US
in
market
every
unless you
fridge
pay
in every
me
household of Australia.
directly.
Peter, I know where I'm
20
at.
bucks.
I mean, I think the product
I'll let
is
you in.
great, and I think you're terrific.
I wish you all the best. I'm going to look you up and buy one, but I'm out.
These shark dudes are super
James
nice.
offered you
They're like, yeah, I fucking hate your product, but I'll probably buy it. I'm
25%.
definitely out though.
No strings attached.
That's because you wanted me.
I'm happy with
No,
the
she
outcome.
didn't. You made
Really do with
your
the
offer
mentoring
sounded like a
of,
supervillain.
Of Glenn's home.
I'll give you
Yeah,
less money than the guy
absolutely.
offering on the other side of the table, and I want you to pay it back with your own personal cash. And I fucking hate you. Like, that's not a good offer. Of course she didn't want you. Man, I gotta take a piss though. What can ASAP do for me?
I sign in and I'm greeted with these beautiful
Ooh.
menus. I can jump into
You should
categories
integrate this with
and search
Tinder,
by food,
so you
electronics,
can choose
clothes,
hot
and if I
delivery
hit this
people
ASAP
and match
anything
with them.
button, here now.
Whoa! Peter Parker coming in deep with a pizza. What's up?
Just 21 and 25. So look, I've got to applaud it. You've come up with an idea. You quit uni.
I'm
quit your
25,
job,
Clinton. Would you like to
and
hear
you're
my idea
actually
for a
doing
business?
it. So we just got to be careful we're not racing.
Seaweed.
You know, you are having.
The only thing you get from me today, I'm afraid, because I'm out, is a hug.
Oh, just what I wanted. That's worth more than all the money you could have invested. Yeah.
So good
Yeah.
to see young
Great.
people doing what you do.
No.
Smells nice.
Fuck it, I'm investing. What did you want? What do you mean 5 million for 3%? Shit.
Hello, Sharks. My name is Julia.
Ah, I've seen that before. That's grass.